In the world of radio shock jocks, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. Wardrobe.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
What are you doing in death?
I've been hanging a lot with JFK, and he's the life of the party, let me tell you.
Why would he be the life of the party?
At the party, he's the one that goes around with the Doritos, and he fills his head with salsa.
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them,
Let's get the show on the road.
We're in the middle of a 60-minute rock block. Yeah. Just want to say hi real fast before we get back to the music. Music. It's all about the music. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Power Ballad Friday.
All your favorite power ballads
In a row.
Because every rocker, every bad boy has his soft side.
Oh, my God. For once, it worked out in our favor.
How does that happen ever?
For once.
How does that ever happen?
Good morning. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Our show does not change.
No.
The station we broadcast from here in New York City did the old format flip yesterday.
The old switcheroo.
I've been through a bunch of these in my illustrious career.
Yeah.
And sometimes it didn't work out in my favor when I was doing the solo thing.
And you had to take the walk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we went through 3 or 4 formats at NEW when we were doing our afternoon drive show there.
Yup. Man, yeah, that was like a record-setting format change over there. Every 2 weeks they would change.
We had to keep a secret here in New York. Tom came to us, a couple weeks ago. Said, look, we're dumping the talk format in New York City. Mm-hmm. I don't want to confuse people. They're listening to us on many different stations doing many different things. But here in New York City, it was FM talk throughout the day. And he came to us and said that this was going to happen. And Anthony and I looked at each other like, this is going to work out in our favor. Oh, my God.
What?
We like being on a rock station.
Yeah.
It helps the attitude of our radio show. So he goes, yeah, you got to keep it quiet for a couple of weeks. We're like, oof, that's going to be tough. I don't think we've ever kept a secret in our entire careers. That's why we were kind of joking for the last week or two, saying, hey, Tom, could we do a little more radio?
We were only joking.
Because we knew eventually they were going into like a music format. And now we're the only live show in New York City for now. Until they hire a PD and hire jocks. They brought back K-Rock here in New York City.
Yep.
It's
the famous K-Rock.
The famous K-Rock. It's the rock of New York. And they flipped it yesterday at 5. I came by because I live in the city. I live pretty close. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stop by and show a little support.
I heard that.
And I really thought that Tom was going to go on the radio live. So,
yeah.
So I wanted to make him really nervous and goof on him and stuff. So I was all excited. I show up around 4:45 to find out that his big announcement that he's been working on behind everyone's backs for the last couple of weeks, was pre-recorded.
That was taped?
That was pre-recorded. Tom!
I thought Tom was right here in the studio in front of a mic.
I'm like, come on, Tom.
Was he that nervous that he might screw up?
He goes, well, if I did it live, then all the production pieces around it would have sounded a little weird. So if I taped it ahead of time, then they could put the production elements around me, and it would sound even better.
He was just afraid he might have said something stupid.
Probably, yeah. He wanted to play it safe, I guess.
Play it safe, pre-record it.
What was his announcement about the format flip?
Yeah, you want to hear it?
Oh, you got it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is how they flipped from FM Talk yesterday here in New York to K-Rock. The old K-Rock is back.
And by the way, just real exciting, cutting-edge production throughout this whole thing. Full of energy, really getting into it. And then Tom comes on.
Hi, this is Tom.
It was like... This is what it was like. Just Tom comes on. Oh, it skidded to a stop.
Yeah, I mean, it's called stunting in the biz. In the biz. They had production pieces, but usually when a radio station stunts, it's like construction sound effects. Keep tuned. We're building something big.
This station is under construction.
Oh, yeah. And you tune in your favorite station for like 3 days, and all you hear is like construction, like, yeah, things being hammered and sawed. Stay tuned. We're building something huge.
Are ya?
And you hear just like, just babble in the background. It's supposed to be construction workers.
Yeah, construction site.
Really boring, actually. But what they did here in New York, they put together like 3 or 4 like production pieces that were like 20, 30 minutes long each.
Yeah.
That is really unusual. And it sounded like a movie soundtrack.
Yeah, I was listening on the drive home.
Sounded like a movie soundtrack / like video game. Just really, really cool sounds. Whoever did those pieces should get a raise right away.
Yeah.
It was amazing production. And then right away, starting yesterday, the excitement around this joint in New York went way up. I'm wearing the new T-shirt. A bunch of other people are wearing the new T-shirt. I'm just happy we didn't have to throw cowboy hats on.
Yeah,
because there was a rumor this was going to flip to country.
Country.
Oh, my God. Then what?
Well, I think CBS saw what happened with jocks with cowboy hats recently.
Yeah, good point, Jimmy. Maybe I shouldn't use that as that example.
Yeah.
So 5 o'clock came, and it was time for the big flip, the big announcement, the worst kept secret in radio.
Yeah.
I think most people knew it was going back to K-Rock.
Because they kept, with the production, they kept interrupting it like,
at 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock, at 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
Is it at 5 o'clock? Yes, it was at 5 o'clock.
And I was in the other studio, because I think this is now our studio. That's it.
Yeah.
I think all the jocks are going to be in the other studio.
The music studio.
I think officially this place is ours now.
Yeehaw.
So 5 o'clock came, and they dramatically had dead air for 10 seconds. And the guy at the board was panicking. He wanted to hit I wish I knew his name. I wasn't introduced to you. I'm sorry. He wanted to hit that button. He was in a panic mode. And Kevin Weatherly, who flew in from L.A. to make sure everything ran smoothly, he's a bigwig at the company. He's like, no, wait. Just wait. And then he holds up his watch, and he's just counting it off.
I know exactly how long to wait.
And it's just dead air, and people are sweating and not breathing, and they all have beers in their hand. I'm so glad I was here yesterday. And then Kevin dramatically goes, now.
Wham! Hit the button.
And this is what you heard.
Hi, this is Tom Kipisano, general manager of what am I general manager of today? We're less than halfway through the year, and it looks like 2007 will be the year of the radio apology. In no way do I want to diminish any of the apologies that precede mine, because I know the people who made them meant them. But I have a little apologizing to do of my own. I want to apologize to you, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, for letting K-Rock be taken away. Fortunately for me, that screw-up didn't cost me my job. All day we've been saying today at 5, and it wasn't a reference to my tea time, which, if I don't stop talking, I'm going to miss. So, like you, I'm tired of all this talking, so I'm going to shut up now.
And then it was like 5 or 6 minutes of production, and then he went into All Apologies, which was a perfect first song to bring K-Rock back. I got to interrupt this whole thing because we got a big star on the line. Big star. Lars.
In lieu of a big star, I called in
No, you're a huge star in our eyes. Who are you kidding?
Goddamn Lars, man.
You know what? I'm standing in my kitchen in my underwear, scratching my, you know what.
So it's a hot call, too. It's a sexy call, also.
A lot of big starring going on here right now, I can tell you that.
Where are you calling from, Lars?
Dude, I'm home, man. I'm in Northern California.
Oh, it's so goddamn early, and he's calling in.
It's 3:10. This is how excited people are to have K-Rock back in New York.
I was speaking to my manager today. He's like, K-Rock's back up and running in New York. That's about beeping time. So,
yeah, everyone was scratching their heads for about 18 months, going, why isn't there a rock station in New York anymore? That's crazy.
Yeah, can you just get like a rock station out here in San Francisco now?
You guys, there's no rock station in San Francisco either?
Well, we got, there's Live 105, which is, plays a lot of, kind of stuff for 13-year-olds. But they had a station out here called KSJO that was kind of like what you guys are doing out in New York, and that went bye-bye a couple, 2-3 years ago. So it's kind of, you spend a lot of time listening to CDs in the car now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
CDs and the old iPod.
It's New York City, though. It's New York City. There should be a rock station in New York City, and there hasn't been. And I think it's hurting you guys not to have a rock station in New York City.
If there's no rock station, like a hard rock station in New York, like, where should there be one? I mean, that's just insane.
Yep. Well, here it is.
I'm glad it's back up and running, and I'm glad you guys got yourself a day job again.
Well, Lars, we're just happy they didn't fire us, because a lot of people kind of were showing the door, and I feel bad for those people, but we were able to keep our jobs, so we're really happy today.
It's all about self-preservation, Lars.
You understand, right, Lars?
Dude, 27 years later, I can relate to what you're talking about.
You watch him come and go, don't you, Lars?
So tell me, this is the first morning that you guys are on, right?
Oh no, we've been here for We've been back on radio on XM for a couple of years.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Yeah,
but,
and then we went back to regular radio. We got 2 jobs now.
Right.
So we think, anyway.
It's called not putting all your eggs in one basket, Lars.
Yeah, so we've been doing mornings here for about a year.
I asked my manager today, I go, how do you get fired from XM? He goes, you don't have enough time to hear the answer to that. I go, okay, I'll just leave that one alone.
Yeah. It's really an odd situation that someday we'll actually be able to talk about.
Leave it alone, and let's just celebrate that everything is back up and going. I've been sitting here for the last half hour, nursing a late night glass of wine and checking out some Rage Against the Machine on YouTube, and it's all good.
Hey, man, you guys did a great job, by the way. You and James, I'm a big Sabbath fan. You guys did a great job inducting him at the Hall of Fame. It was really moving.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that was pretty awesome night, man. Just to be part of Black Sabbath, just be like, I'd like, wipe the floor in front of them as they were walking, but it was like just to be up there playing and kind of sitting up there playing and then looking out in the audience and watching them watch us play their stuff. That was pretty awesome. We went and saw, me and James went and saw the Heaven and Hell thing, Sabbath with Dio a couple, 2-3 weeks ago in L.A., and it was really cool. I was really psyched.
Dio's amazing, man. He's still got those pipes.
Oh, dude. And Vinny on the drums. I mean, it's next level. They're actually they're playing a show with us in Europe this summer.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty amazing.
Wow.
It's like, wait, no, we should be opening for you.
It's going to be amazing. Also, they just go crazy over there for you guys.
Yeah, it's, a couple, 3 weeks in Europe in the summer, get back to making the record again in August, and it's all good.
Even though Vinny is great, but there's a part of me that missed Bill Ward just because he's Bill Ward, but I understand his health isn't up to doing the tour right now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, dude, I totally hear what you're saying. I feel the same way. I mean, Bill is Bill, but, he hasn't been in the best shape the last couple of years, and, Vinny is, I mean, if anybody's going to sit in for him, Vinny is, I thought it was awesome. I was really psyched about how much it just was really spunky and had a lot of energy, and it was like a good couple hours. It was good fun. And I'm telling you, if watching Heaven and Hell up on stage doing their thing wasn't great, I'm telling you, up by the mixing board where we were, like Hetfield had his own mosh pit going. Out by where, like, the lighting guy was standing looking terrified. I mean, I haven't seen Hetfield that excited for years. So we'll take that too.
Yeah, it was great to see. Like we had those guys in, and Tony was talking about like how nice it was to play different songs. Like they love doing Paranoid and stuff, but just to be able to do all this stuff like Falling Off the Edge of the World, all the crap they're not able to do at all with Ozzy. They just kind of psyched to do that.
Yeah, and he was saying that they get a chance to, I mean, no disrespect to anybody else, but he was saying they get a chance to change the set list every night and kind of like run with it a little more. So they were in good form that night, and it was a good vibe backstage and so on.
What are you guys working on now? You working on a new album now?
Yeah, we've been down in L.A. for the last couple of, 4 or 5 weeks, just doing all the backing tracks to the new album with Rick Ruben, and we just finished about a week ago doing all the backing tracks, and then I came back up here to San Francisco, and I had a baby on Monday. Well, I didn't have a baby, but my better half had a baby.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. So this is my first night back in the house here, so I got a 3-day-old baby in the bedroom in there with the lady, and good thing I'm in here in the kitchen, isn't it?
Well, now we know why you're up so early.
Exactly. And so we took a little bit of a break for that, and then we're going to start rehearsing in a couple of weeks, and we're going to go over to Europe and do a couple of 3 weeks worth of shows and do some of the festivals and all that outdoor fun and games, and then back to L.A. in August and finish up the record.
I love the fact you guys covered a bunch of Merciful Fate stuff, man. That was like, nobody would do that. What made you guys do that? I thought that was a really great decision.
Well, I mean, Merciful Fate is one of the 2 or 3, main bands that kind of shaped Metallica's sound, along with like Diamond Head and 1 or 2 other bands. So back in 81, 82, when we were kind of getting our chops together, I mean, Merciful Fate was just one of the main inspirations. So when it came time to do some covers and pay some tribute to some of the people that paved our way, Merciful Fate. I mean, but as you know, I don't know how many of the people listening to us know what Merciful Fate are, but some of the stuff's pretty nutty, as you know.
Dude, they were so satanic, they didn't even rhyme. They just quoted stuff out of, like, Necronomicon and the Satanic Bible. They didn't even care about rhyming.
Nice.
They were a very underrated band, though.
But I'm telling you, I mean, so much of our kind of more progressive side comes from them, but I'm telling you, when we covered that thing in, when was it, in 97, 98 or whatever, I mean, watching Hetfield trying to sing King Diamond stuff. I mean, it's like, 9 octaves above where, like, only birds can hear or whatever it is. I mean, that was quite a sight, but that was great. I mean, Fate have always been, like a huge thing in Metallica's, Metallica's career. We actually had them out playing with us a couple times in Europe, and had them up on stage with us, and upside down crosses and the whole thing. That's all good.
Hey, didn't you guys open for the Stones too?
Yeah, it was last year. It was about a year and a half ago out here in San Francisco. We were in the middle of some chill time after the St. Anger tour, and one day it was like, the Stones want to know if you want to open for them in San Francisco, and it's like, of course we will. So just name the day and place, and we'll be there. So listen, I mean, we obviously haven't opened for anybody for a few years, but if you're going to open for anybody, I mean, like, open for the Stones. I mean, come on.
Did you get to talk to Mick Jagger?
Dude, I didn't get within 50 feet of Mick Jagger.
I love hearing that. That's
Dude, I had like these expectations. It's like me and Keith up in his hotel room, getting next level, and like it's back in the '60s, and like I think I'll tell you what happened, man. If you got
go ahead, sure.
I'll tell you like a nutty story here. I mean, this will probably prevent us from ever opening for the Stones again, but here it is. So it's the second show, right? Two shows in a row, and they're like some assistant with like 5 walkie-talkies and a water bottle holder or whatever comes in before the show and says, do you want your picture taken with the Rolling Stones? And we're like, you know what? Sure, why not? So after our show, and then they're getting ready to go on, this assistant comes in and says, okay, be ready in 5 minutes or whatever. So she comes in, she escorts us into this place in the tunnel leading into the stadium, and she says, wait here. As we're standing in this tunnel, literally, and this band Everclear, we're playing also. They're kind of like over there on their X, and so we're standing there, and we go over and say hello to the guys in Everclear, and hey, how was your show? And this assistant comes back and says, no, the guys in Metallica stay over here, and the guys in Everclear stay over here. We're like, whoa. And so then about 5 minutes later, the Stones come in, right?
Yeah.
And I swear they didn't stop, okay? They slowed down their pace or their walk just slow enough to get like 2 or 3 pictures taken, 2 or 3 frames shot with Everclear, right? And then they came over to where we were standing waiting, and they all looked at us. No, actually, Charlie Watts said hello, and I think Keith nodded or something, and Mick looked like we were all going to like give him like pneumonia or something. It was like he had this disgusting look on his face. And then they slowed down long enough while the photographer took 2 or 3 frames, and then they walked off, and then the assistant came over and said, if the band approves the photo, we'll send you a copy.
Oh,
and I was like,
God.
that kind of summed up the Rolling Stones experience.
Man.
But it was,
Jimmy, you don't have any chance.
Being up on stage, that was awesome, and the legacy and the whole thing, but that kind of left me with a little bit of a strange taste in my mouth.
Yeah, especially, I mean, you guys have always been great to the fans, and make sure you meet everybody backstage and all that. You guys don't, pull that rock star crap.
Listen, if we ever pulled that, would you come and find me and shoot me, please? I mean, seriously. But listen, it was a great night, and getting a chance to just be part of you can sit there and tell your kids, I opened for Iron Maiden, I opened for Deep Purple, I opened for the Rolling Stones. I mean, then you're pretty much, good to go, you know what I mean?
There you go. Well, Lars, thanks for calling in. We really appreciate it.
Listen, guys, I'm just psyched that when I come back to New York next time, I got a station to listen to again.
Well,
I'm glad that you guys are running with it again, and here's to another couple 100 years of K-Rock, and if you can talk to anybody about firing up a K-Rock West, there's a K-Rock West, but one up here in Northern California, I'd appreciate it.
Right on. Turn us on to a YouTube video, something different that has nothing to do with music.
Say again?
Turn us on to a YouTube video that you're loving.
A YouTube video?
Or any video on, because we like Break.com the best, but whatever, like a viral video.
Dude, I'm so far behind. I'm just still sitting here looking at Rage Against the Machine from Coachella.
Look up Tub Girl.
Yeah, look up Tub Girl.
Like the next level stuff.
Tub Girl.
I'll tell you what, turn me on to something. Tell me what to do. Come on.
All right, I got something. Listen closely. This is something we found yesterday. It's a girl singer doing her thing, and then she decides to stage dive at the end of it. Okay. Listen really closely. It's 20 seconds, so just hang in there. Here it is. Man.
She stage dives, and no one's there to catch her.
And she hits the floor.
She hits the floor and makes this lovely sound.
Every singer's biggest nightmare, man. That's all good.
No one there to catch her.
All right, Lars, go take care of...
Dude, I'm gonna go get some sleep, and just congratulations on being back up and running, and we'll root for it, man.
We really appreciate you calling at 3:10 in the morning your time, man. That's
and by
awesome.
the way, kick-ass version of Ecstasy of the Gold, man. Great job.
I appreciate that, dude. Thanks, man.
Because of you guys, we open our radio show with Ecstasy of Gold.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we went and saw you at Nassau Coliseum with Godsmack, and the dramatic intro with Ecstasy of Gold and all that was beyond amazing. And
we stole that immediately.
Yeah, it affected us to the point we play the original Ecstasy of Gold every morning before we start.
Oh, man, nice one.
Yeah, right on.
Awesome, dude. That is awesome.
I mean, we can't do it justice like you guys where you're playing along and the video and everything, but I don't know. It was probably the most amazing start to a rock concert I've ever seen.
You know what? That's been... That's coming up on 20 years, I think. We've been firing up the old Ecstasy of Gold since the mid-'80s. So it's, I can't imagine playing a Metallica show without it, so,
Yeah, and that's what we do now in the morning.
Oh,
so.
awesome, dude.
And we've been doing it for a few years now, and a lot of people wondered where we got it from. We got it from Metallica.
Stole it from Metallica.
Oh, I stole it from you.
Good.
All right, what the hell?
We love you guys, man. Thanks a lot, Lars.
Here's to Enio, then. All good, man.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Lars.
Rock on. We'll see you soon.
Cool. Lars from Metallica, that was awesome.
Yeah, one of the greatest drummers ever.
We got a ton of people calling in today. They're all excited that the Rock of New York is back here in New York City. K-Rock is back.
They got a home here in New York, you know?
Right.
They can come stop by. Imagine that. Yes. Rock stars. And Jimmy, if you ever had a dream of getting a photo taken with the Rolling Stones, that should tell you something right there.
I was
if
thinking
Lars
Jimmy the whole time.
from Metallica can't just step up and go, hey, can I get a picture? And they go, yeah, sure, come on in. You have no chance.
Listen to me. The fact, I shook Mick's hand one time.
Did you?
I did get a handshake from Mick. And the fact that they would make Metallica wait on the X, I don't want a photo with the Rolling Stones.
Well.
I do.
Of course you do.
That would probably trump my Clinton picture.
All four of them together might.
Mick alone, I think, will get the job done.
No way.
No. Presidents are few and far between.
Yeah, I still beat Jimmy in the picture department.
Yeah, you have a Bill Clinton.
But if Rudy Giuliani becomes president, then we got a tie.
No, because yours is better. Mine's all like sloppy. It's
Yeah.
all blurry because my retard friend.
And yours is pre-presidential.
Doesn't matter.
Post-presidential, much better.
All right. Why don't we take a break? It's the Opie and Anthony Show. We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. It was cool having Lars before the break, calling just to say, hey, what's up? He's pretty psyched that K-Rock is back here in New York City. Trying to find Patrice's microphone. Try that one.
You.
There you go. Okay.
Patrice O'Neal.
Good morning. This paper, by the way. Patrice, I'm sitting. Goes, hey Norton, do this for me. And so he wants me to do this for him. It's a plug. Tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, I'll be at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick. 732-545-4242.
You mother.
And then he just ripped up Patrice's plug.
Oh,
Gonna be one of those days, man.
Jimmy sucks.
You really are a piece of garbage. And you sat there. I didn't even smell it on him.
No.
Oh.
He sounds all sincere when he went into it.
Man.
We got, comedians fighting for plugs today, man. We got two heavyweights that are looking for you to go see him tonight. This is Fraser Ali right here in front of us.
Patrice is here in the city at Comics, which is in the Meatpacking District, which is a great comedy club on 14th Street tonight, tomorrow, and are you there Sunday or no?
You hear how his voice changed, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I hear Norton.
His plug was a little happier, right?
Norton's the greatest plugger in history.
Patrice is a great comic.
And then it's like,
at, Comics.
Patrice will be lying in state at Comics.
I really did talk mine up like it was Fun Times USA. But look, if you have a funeral or something, you're going to look at trannies in the Meatpacking District, you can see Patrice
You really
first.
should have just had a yippee to yours.
Basically, you're telling people if their car's broken down and they can't make it to New Brunswick because it's a long ride from Manhattan, that you could just get in a cab and see Patrice here at Comics.
You want
is that what you're trying to say?
If you're stuck here and you want to see Patrice, that's your business.
Let me tell you something. There's no way I'm going to win against Norton with dueling propaganda. It just can't work. I want to just go, whatever, make it down there if you can, find parking. But
I say, if you want fun with a capital F, come on down
to the Stress Factory.
Hey, you want an omelet, Patrice? We got Basil Teas making omelets for everybody. That you hear the skillets in the background. During the Lars interview, I'm like, is he cooking breakfast? I'm like, oh no, the dude in the corner is over here. Yeah, there's a lot of excitement here because they went back to K-Rock yesterday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I heard, man.
And they did it so dramatically.
Yes, it was very dramatic.
I was excited.
Huh?
I was excited. Tom Giussano goes, hey, you want a K-Rock shirt? I said, I'd rather have a real rock. Wear a K-Rock t-shirt. Get out of my face.
You're kind of out of the demo, Patrice.
Only if I'm sweating. I'll wipe my face with your K-Rock t-shirt.
I'd imagine that you feel a little uncomfortable in here.
It
turned
really
back into a white boy station.
It's really white boy day.
It is.
It's white boy day.
The day to celebrate the white boy.
It's white. Listen, first of all, I'd like to apologize to all white boys for that. I didn't mean to apologize. No
Very
white
good,
boys,
Patrice.
No white boys. Sorry.
There you go.
Thank you.
But you had a good observation. You tuned in the station here in New York yesterday.
I was looking for my man Nick.
Nick, I got to say it, man. There better be a place for Nick DePaulo in radio. He was unbelievable in New York. And I know the company loves Ron and Fez, and they're trying to figure out what to do with those guys.
Yeah. It's just when formats flip, things happen. People are shown the door. Like Ope said, it's happened in your career. Mm-hmm. It just, all of a sudden, hey, we changed. Bye. That's part of this stupid business, but
Nick DePaulo proved himself, though, as a radio show host.
Yeah, he's really good, man.
Yeah, Patrice turns on to try to hear Nick, and of course they had a bunch of production that went on for hours yesterday until the big 5 o'clock announcement.
Yeah, starting at 9 all the way to 5. So what? 8 straight hours.
It was like a big montage of just sounds and clips from movies, pieces of songs of all types of formats. And
I heard some Jay-Z in there.
Yeah, there was just a lot of different stuff.
All I heard was subliminal messages like, there'll be nothing else, there's no more talk.
It was like it was like a video game or something, right?
Bye talking.
It was some subliminal thing.
Devil, I'm like, what is going on with Nick? About 12:30, I'm going, where's he like, Nick? 1:30. I was calling in.
At 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock.
Nick?
5 o'clock.
I hear something racist. What's going on? There's no more talking.
Did you hear Tom's announcement, though? Tom made the announcement, the pre-recorded announcement, and I admired it because at least he kept it funny and interesting.
Oh, yeah.
In a microphone. That tea time golf job was good. I was like,
it was hysterical and delivered with such energy. With an energy only Tom could deliver.
I've heard crib deaths reported with more joy.
Yeah, the big moment finally was upon us after this dramatic production, and we got to hear this.
Hi, this is Tom Kipisano, manager of what am I general manager of today? We're less than halfway through the year, and it looks like 2007 will be the year of the radio apology. In no way do I want to diminish any of the apologies that precede mine.
He sounds like he should be. Tom sounds like he should be in V for Vendetta. One of the white guys that says, watch out. He sounds like Big Brother.
Yeah, he really does.
I made an ass of myself.
Boring.
I'm sorry I did that. I'm embarrassed that I did that.
Okay, terrific.
Oh my gosh!
I think we should we should listen to that with respect.
All right, let's listen to the rest.
Why do we have to force him to have a personality?
I want to diminish any of the apologies that precede mine because I know the people who made them meant them. But I have a little apologizing to do of my own. I want to apologize to you, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, for letting K-Rock be taken away.
Boring.
Fortunately for me, that screw-up didn't cost me my job. All day we've been saying today at 5, and it wasn't a reference to my tea time, which, if I don't stop talking, I'm going to miss. So, like you, I'm tired of all this talking, so I'm going to shut up now.
Stephen asks for Bayshore on the instant feedback. Hey, Opie, after hearing Tom's announcement, is the station changing its call letters to WZZZ? We're making fun of you.
I actually disagree. I thought the boss did a good job.
I want to hear the outtakes to that because I'm sure.
Yeah, can we get the outtakes?
How many takes, Tom? How many takes? That had to take, I say, at least 5.
It was 2.
Oh, 2.
Look at that.
What was the big screw up?
Was funny, and when you're as good funny as I am straight, have at it.
Oh, no, you did!
What I want to know, if that was the good one, what happened during the first one?
Uncontrollable laughter with Chris Tucker.
Hey, our phones are lit. Everyone wants to say hi and welcome back to K-Rock. Carl Bell from Fuel. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? Welcome back.
Sorry to make you wait there. It's an exciting morning. We got omelets and all sorts of things happening here today.
It's exciting. We have omelets.
Yeah,
Sounds good, dude. Bring some to Vegas.
Yeah, you're calling from Vegas?
Yeah, it's early here. Late, whatever one of you look at it.
Yeah, the word got out that K-Rock's back in New York, and people are now calling to kind of congratulate the fact that it's back.
The station, it's rock. You'd be able to come here, hang out, and it's, it's a better atmosphere than just hanging out with talk shows.
Oh, it's awesome, dude. K-Rock's been...
Are you in New York?
You guys.
Vegas.
It's in Vegas.
Hey, was it weird not having a rock station in New York? I mean, because you guys get your stuff played all over the country, and then in New York, it's like, where was it supposed to be played?
I think it was an atrocity, man. K-Rock had to be there for New York, and I'm glad it's back.
What are you doing in Vegas? You guys, are you just banging groupies, or are you actually just, like, doing a gig?
I'm living here now, guys, so I'm here, and the band's in L.A., and we got a new lead singer now and a new drummer, and so we're making a go of it.
Did you? Oh, God, sorry.
Yeah, the new lead singer's what? Torrin Green?
Yeah.
Something like that. Where's he from?
He's from L.A., man. We found him on the Internet when we literally put out a search on the Internet just to try to cast a wide net and find a bunch of guys and somebody who could actually, who could sing and carry the part. So it turned out pretty good.
Yeah, now the big rumor was that Chris Daughtry was going to be your lead singer. What happened with that?
It was pretty much, I think when you get like the top 20 with American Idol, they pretty much own you if they want to, and I think they wanted to, and they pretty much exercised their option. So he's picked up by American Idol, 19 Entertainment, and all those guys, so they pretty much got him the whole way. So it never really was a choice.
It just says here he said no.
Huh?
It just says here he said no.
That Chris Daughtry said no?
Yeah, he just said
it sounded like Daughtry really was interested in being the lead singer.
Yeah, I think it's something like, you sign a contract with American Idol, they give you like $5 a week, and you have to be out on the road 52 weeks a year.
They probably have final decision on what you do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pretty much own you there.
Hey, living in Vegas, do you stay away from the gambling?
I do, man. I really do. It's boring to say it, but I do it. So I don't even go down there very much. So it's just
but you don't even have to go down there. Like you go to like a laundromat and there's slot machines. You go to just fill up your tank with gas. There's slot machines.
Absolutely. The supermarket where next down the street here has an attendant working the casino in the supermarket.
So what? You can play like blackjack in the supermarket?
You can play blackjack, and there's someone there to make sure you're happy and give you whatever you need, your change, whatever. It's an attended.
You think the white kid that beatboxes on America, you think he might be, like, is he good enough?
For what?
To, like, be in a group or something.
The beatbox
like to
guy?
add that, the kid that beatboxes.
Yeah, the one that just lost?
Yeah, Blake.
Yeah. No, too gimmicky.
That one.
Yeah, I think it's just a gimmick.
Voice.
Huh?
Chris Daughtry had a rock voice.
Yeah, Daughtry's voice is amazing.
I can imagine like going up to that casino in the supermarket and playing cards and then just slowly taking items out of your cart as you just are losing and losing. Like you have the whole thing full of groceries for your family, and then you end with like some Wrigley's gum in there and nothing left.
All of a sudden, you got your food stamps that you're betting with. Man.
It's like, God, this cart's empty.
Vegas is going to be the first city in America that is truly an upper class and a lower class with nothing in the middle.
It's going to be rich and scum.
Yeah, how do you stay away from the gambling if it's in the supermarket?
Well, seriously, I had a friend of mine had a friend of his actually had a habit, checked himself into a center to try to keep himself, kick the habit, could not kick the habit, ended up selling all his parents' furniture, cars, everything, and then ended up killing himself because he couldn't get off video poker.
Jeez, video poker?
Video poker?
Not even a chance,
Yeah, because I don't trust the video poker machines whatsoever. I think they have those things rigged big time.
Vegas, great place to visit. I don't know. It's kind of odd that people live there.
Yeah,
But hey, it sounds like you got things together.
It's all right, man. It works. I can get into L.A. pretty quick. It's cheaper than in California, so it's all good.
Well, Carl, you guys are going to have to stop by when you get to New York. You got the new album, Angels and Devils, coming out, August 7th?
August 7th.
Correct.
And you got the new lead singer. I got to be honest, I haven't heard the new lead singer yet, but I'm going to definitely check it out this weekend.
Go to the websites like fuelweb.com. Some of that stuff, we got some songs playing there. And, yeah, man, we got a new record coming in, and, we're excited to have it and glad to have a station in New York City that would actually play it now, so that's awesome.
And, you know what? I'm a big Godsmack fan, too. You got Tommy Stewart on the drums now?
Tommy Stewart is absolutely in the drum seat. It is awesome.
Wow, that's pretty cool, too.
Tommy's just the greatest guy. He's really, really cool. And, it could be cool, man, for us. I mean, we're looking to see what happens here. Obviously, it's a big change, but I think people will dig what the change is, and who knows, maybe it'll be bigger and better than it was before. I don't know. So we'll see what goes down.
Well, one of our producers, Eric Nagel, Eric, get to the mic. If you don't mind, he's a fan and he wanted to ask you a question and he's embarrassed. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's a huge fan of Fuel. Put down the CDs.
Hold on. He's
Put him down and get on the mic.
A lot of times he doesn't get on mic, but he wanted to ask you guys a question. Eric, go ahead.
Eric Nagel, huge fan of Fuel. E-Rock, what do you got? You got Carl Bell, obviously the founder of Fuel, on the line. What do you got?
Eric.
He is nervous.
Why are you so nervous? Ask him a question. He's on the line with you.
Yeah.
And we want a good question, not a question that some newbie would ask. We want a good Fuel question.
Something about the band. He's actually nervous talking to you, and he didn't want to come to the microphone. He's like, I can't do it. Just do it, dude. He's fine. He's
Don't freeze up now.
He's seen you guys.
Radio.
He bragged that he saw you guys about 20 times.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's been to like every show.
What was your favorite show, E-Rock?
The last one they did in New York.
Where was it at?
I'm sorry?
The last one that you guys did in New York City.
He liked the last time you guys were in New York.
I can't even remember. I mean, we played pretty much everywhere in New York. Hammerstein, Roseland,
Yeah, which one was it?
Was it Hammerstein or Roseland?
I think it was Hammerstein.
Yeah.
What year was that?
It was last year.
I don't even remember. There's so many shows, I can't remember all that.
Yeah. E-Rock, again, he's a huge fan. What's that song you just keep playing? He plays it in his car over and over again. What's, E-Rock?
Is it weird when you get interviewed by fans like this and they choke all of a sudden? Sorry, Carl.
I like Falls on Me.
Huh?
I like Falls on Me.
Oh, you like Falls on Me?
Yeah.
Cool, that's the last record, man. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, right on.
What part of it do you like?
The song.
I know the song.
What, a specific lyric?
Yeah, why not?
Why are you shy?
I'm a Sabbath fan.
Yeah.
Looking through a hole in the sky, I'll sing the whole song. Don't be shy. Who cares?
Why are you shy?
It's great. I'm not analyzing the lyrics.
You're finally talking to Carl Bell.
Give us a little bit of that song, E-Rock. Go ahead, sing a little of it.
Eric, don't be shy.
Don't be shy. You got your hero here on the phone.
Carl, would you like E-Rock to sing one of the Fuel songs or what?
Absolutely, man. He should have tried out for the lead singer. Let's hear it, bro.
Hey,
yeah,
you're
a big fan. Why don't you? Well, he's a little chubby. I don't know if you want a chubby lead singer.
He's trying out for Meatloaf.
Turner Overdrive or somebody.
Yeah, BTO.
Screaming Trees.
Screaming Trees had some big boys in their band, sure.
And Eric is, dude, you were telling us all about the Tom. We're not as familiar with how Tommy Stewart wound up in the band, but Eric was telling us about the whole big lawsuit and stuff that he had with Sully and stuff. So, what exactly was going on with that, Eric?
E-Rock.
Eric.
Don't be shy. It's radio. You want to be a broadcaster?
You said you wanted to talk to someone and feel about it, so go ahead.
I'm a little nervous.
How can you be this starstruck and be a grown man? How old are you?
I'd like to actually know what happened with Tommy and the Godsmack thing. Let me hear it.
Yeah, go ahead, E-Rock.
I don't think I could do that justice.
Why?
Because I don't know all the information.
Well, just give him what you have.
He's like a savant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Spit it out, Rain Man. Just tell him you love him.
What talked about the Tommy Stewart thing that you were talking? All you would talk about was this whole big legal thing he had with Godsmack and how it's a big problem, and Godsmack screwed him over, and Sully had a problem. So I just want to know if tell him, talk to him.
Yeah, I definitely like Fuel. Yeah.
Come on, E-Rock.
E-Rock, please.
How about one lousy question for Carl?
I've seen Fuel 19 times. Yeah.
It's the first day of K-Rock being back. We have a big star on the phone, and you're just not
You're just
handling
choking.
it.
Stop eating.
Licking his fingers.
Carl, he starts eating and licking his fingers when he gets real nervous.
He licks jelly jars.
I don't know, dude.
All right, Carl has to get back to bed. He's in Vegas. One last question.
One
from
last
a huge
question,
fan, E-Rock.
When can we see you in New York City again?
That stunk. Carl, don't even
Don't even acknowledge you heard that.
You want to be polite because you're a nice guy on the phone. You know that question stunk, and he's a nervous idiot. Ask something insightful about the band.
Yeah, something that a Fuel fan would go, wow, that's
your
cool.
show. Why don't you ask him?
Because you're the huge Fuel fan.
You're the huge Fuel fan, and we're psyched for you.
Ask him what Brett's doing now, dude.
If you ask that question, I'll pinch your fat neck. Ask your own original question.
Go ahead. One more try.
Come on, E-Rock.
I can't.
Something. Nothing you want to know about.
No.
Biggest fan. All we hear all day. Fuel, fuel, fuel. And now he freezes like this.
Wow, I don't know, dude.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Carl, thank you so much for calling.
Thanks, man. Sorry about that. He's nervous. And as soon as you hang up, he'll be prattling on like a chatty cat.
When you're in New York, stop by. E-Rock would love to have a picture with you guys.
Man, it'd be great.
Good luck with the album, man.
Right, man.
August 7th. And come by when you guys are in New York, man.
And you can hear how the new lead singer sounds by going to fuelweb.com and checking out Wasted Time, the new song.
That's right.
All right, Carl, thank you so
Thanks,
much.
man.
We appreciate you getting up early for us.
Welcome back, K-Rock. We love it, man. It's awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, bro. Carl
Yeah,
Bell from Fuel, everyone.
Whatever.
Stupid E-Rock.
E-Rock. We point and laugh at you today.
Hung out to dry.
Oh, wait a minute. Was he's not really a real
He doesn't
fan?
know anything about him.
What?
Why do you think
He knows nothing about
Do you
him.
think if he was a real fan, I would have... Oh.
He threw something at Sam with the camera. He just heaved something at Sam because he was so pissed.
What was it? Fat-free something?
It was a strawberry. Yeah, perish the thought you eat it.
Oh,
there it goes.
We hung him out to dry, and he went into panic mode, man. I could see the sweat forming on your forehead.
He's like plowing through the internet trying to find one song from Fuel so he could say that that's his favorite song.
Gleason had better improv skills when Mr. Marshall walked in and saw him at his desk.
I'm not.
Was that uncomfortable, E-Rock?
Oh, just a little.
All right, we're going to go get some omelets. Basil Teas, right? Oh, where are you guys located?
1171 Hooper Avenue in Toms River, New Jersey.
Hooper Avenue in Toms
Hoopers
River.
Avenue.
There you go. 1171 Hooper Avenue,
Is that
Toms
anywhere
River.
near comics?
Why would you mention comics, Patrice O'Neal?
I was just wondering if that was anywhere near comics, so people can have an omelet and then come see me at comics on West 14th Street. Tonight, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Today, 8 p.m. I don't know how to do this.
Just
Wait
a
a minute.
studio full of whores.
Are you begging?
Tonight,
I think
tomorrow.
Patrice is begging.
8 p.m.
Are you begging?
It was just, that's he's not good at plugging.
I stink. I try to do what Norton does. It
sounds like you're begging.
Yeah,
bro.
just go to comics.com. I don't know, comics.com.
You're hilarious, but you don't know how to plug your own.
No, because
your
you
own
want me to
crap.
say?
Because
Give out the phone number or something.
He makes it sound like
COMXNY.com.
he makes it sound like if you're not getting root canal, come down and see me.
And for tickets, call 212-524-2500.
Because Patrice, to plug like that, you need to be fun and charming, and he's neither of those. He can't plug in his natural thing, which is just to be just rude and awful.
Patrice is fantastic on stage, by the way.
Patrice is
See him at
hilarious, but he
comics.
just doesn't know how to promote himself.
No.
He doesn't even
No.
really have a website, and
He's the worst.
It's amazing.
Hey, Patrice, we want to come see you. Why?
For what?
You're just the worst.
Why don't you help me out? I don't.
No, today it's Make Everyone Uncomfortable Day.
It's some
Let's Make Everyone Uncomfortable Day Friday. Yeah.
Yes.
Celebratory return of K-Rock.
All right, everyone point at E-Rock and laugh.
And
Anthony. 92.3 K-Rock. Oh,
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Patrice O'Neal in studio playing comics here in New York City all weekend long. That's how you do it. So you got to get the excitement out.
Yep. Come on, baby.
Come on, baby. Go see Patrice at
Come on
comics.
down.
I got to get famous just so I don't have to say, come on, baby.
Yeah, you never want to have to say, come on, baby.
What's the number? Do you have the number, Patrice?
He doesn't. I do. 212-524-2500. Visit the website, comixny.com. And it's a new club on West 14th Street, just east of 9th Avenue in New York City.
It's a beautiful club, too, man. I've done a benefit there. It's a really nice club.
Haven't been there yet. Our phone number, by the way, I think it changed.
Did it? Uh-oh.
So you better write this down, because we did a little format flip here in New York City yesterday. It didn't affect a lot of the stations we're broadcasting on, but it definitely affected the New York audience. Well, it affects actually the whole show, because now you got to call us by using this number, 1-877-212-K-ROCK.
Patrice is asking, we talked about Rosie, which we did kind of talk about the whole mess yesterday.
And Jimmy got a quote.
Yeah, that's the only reason Jimmy's bringing it up.
What?
I mean,
one of the articles in the New York paper starts with Jim Norton.
What?
It starts
Says Jim Norton of the Opie and Anthony Show.
I think they was messing with you guys because they put all his letters in capital.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then, of the Opie and Anthony Show.
I didn't, where's I didn't read that.
Well,
you didn't read it. He's been showing it to everybody.
Honestly, I don't even remember what paper it's
Daily
in.
News. Where?
It's 5 newspapers here in New York. How can I remember? I know we're in the Daily News with our somber picture that they're going to be using for the next 5 years.
Are they using the same
every time every time they have something to say about us, they're going to use the somber picture they took recently.
Your beaten roots picture. You just said, "Okay, my name's Toby." Picture. Like,
exactly.
I'm tired, Lord of Jesus.
It's there's 2 pictures that they could use. One from like 1992, right? And then the recent ones where we're just walking around looking somber,
looking very sad.
Can I say something? I saw a YouTube clip of you that was I watched it all night.
Which one?
Of you just doing impressions.
Really?
On another radio show years ago.
Oh, my God.
I know that must be old news, but I could not believe that I just bumped into that. It was amazing.
The old Howard show?
You used to be a sociopathic
lunatic,
yeah. Dude. You big, long, curly, lesbian hair.
Mop head.
Just an awful head.
Oh, it was just an awful afro.
It was, and it had bits of gray. He was like a young old guy. It's like like a junkie Jesus. Like he was just, it was just like Rich Voss. He looked like Rich Voss when Rich Voss was a junkie. Doing any impression. Almost like, you know what Anthony is? The cable guy.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey movie where he grew up in TV and he can access any.
That's what I had to do.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Patrice, that was a time in my life where I just needed to get out of the construction work I was doing, and I was trying any venue to do it. And Howard was doing, this was back in like 90, what was it, 93 or 94 or something?
93, 94.
And he was doing some Jackie Martling sound-alike contest.
But you guys were working together still then.
We had just
started.
Met. We had just met. Like, I had done Opie's show probably twice.
It was the Opie show.
And, yeah. It was Opie's Nighttime Attitude on BAB.
Oh, I had attitude, too, man.
That's right,
Oh, boy,
man.
did I.
That's what Opie get fired every Thursday.
And I went in, it was me and my buddy Randy Asher went in there. And we had a plan. We drove into the city, got on Howard's show. I did impressions of...
you missed a little detail.
What happened?
Drove in the city, got hammered.
Oh, yeah, I had to get hammered.
That explains.
I was drinking a lot of beer.
He just kept doing Jackie. But it was just, and people would try to calm him down. He'd just go.
No, I needed as much airtime as I could possibly fit in, and then I was doing impressions of Dominic Barbara and just anything I could throw out.
It was
the
amazing,
time,
dude. I was like,
well, now we got to play the clip, and we have a good audio clip of that.
It was just
get it to us.
Was that in here? Was that this?
No, it was
the
old studio. Down on Madison.
I stopped watching it. I was like, oh my! I said,
yeah. Believe me, I wanted out of construction and into radio, and I thought like any opportunity I got to get on the air would show my talents. But apparently, only Opie was the one that kind of saw it.
Oh man,
visualized it.
You know, it's weird. Anthony was up for grabs. He was doing other radio shows, but this business is filled with ridiculous egos. They couldn't see past their own ego, and I'm like. Wait a minute, Ant. No one has grabbed you yet? Are you kidding? He was like a free agent. He was like the first-round draft pick.
No
one's picking it. What's wrong with these people? They would rather pick some, like, hole or something, to keep their ego as large as possible. They don't want to share the whole ego thing. Yeah, because he was doing shows all over the New York area. No one saw the talent to hire him full time. I'm like, these people are nuts.
Like, what was it? Now, what was
first freaking?
Wait a minute. Like, was it the impressions? Was it just he was pure funny? What was it like?
This old story. No, it started with a parody song.
No, not. But I mean, just
when he came on my show live for the first time and. The first 30 seconds, I knew we'd be working together for a long time. Okay. I had no doubt in my mind.
I kind of knew from listening to radio for so long, kind of what needed to be done. Like I knew to shut up when Opie was talking and trying to spell out a bit or spoon feed, as you used to say, to the audience what was going to happen, and not step all over him and just do it back and forth with him. I think that was a huge part of it. And then. Yeah, I was always doing impressions and
stuff. There are
like
radio guys kicking themselves to this day. To this day, they had him in their studio doing their show, and they're like, just a bunch of dopes let him leave. I mean, the first time he we were live in a studio together. I'm like, I ain't letting this guy leave. Sorry. And I basically gave my 2 weeks at BAB and said, look, we're moving on. And I didn't even know if he was a serial killer on the side. I didn't,
No, he might have been.
And you just put all your clothes in that knapsack, the runaway knapsack.
That was pretty much it. Threw my tools out the window and
a scarf wrapped around a stick and said, "Where we going?"
I was in radio at that point. That was it.
Hey, we got Bob Kelly on the line. Very exciting morning. There's an energy around this place today.
It's Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
What's up, boys?
I was just gonna babble about something stupid, and Anthony saved me with your Bob Kelly.
But hi, Bobby.
I broke my knee sound.
You should have. When I first heard the magic with you guys, before I knew you, was when I heard the first show, and then going back and forth. And Anthony does a George Burns impression.
All right.
And I
shut up.
All right.
You know, we used to roast. Oh.
All right, listen.
It was our first show, and it is horrendous.
Why haven't we heard that?
We have.
We've played it over at XM.
We've attempted to get through it numerous times,
We're up
and
to
we
6
can't.
minutes in, something like
that. The two
that.
of us just cringe so badly.
Anthony was under his jacket. Literally, he was hiding under his winter coat. It was like an Ichabod Crane. There was no head coming out.
I couldn't look at anybody.
Chase, listen.
It was awful.
We're going to have to do this upright, though. I'm more than willing to play the whole first show and take my beating. But you have to be here. If we have Rich Voss in studio, it's going to be about Rich, and we'll beat him up. So maybe that's not good. Maybe Colin Quinn. We got to get the right people, and we'll play like our first show. It's only a 15-minute tape.
I was
just playing music at the time.
I was just happy to be there. Let me tell you something. I was so happy to just be doing radio, and I'm all like, there's too much energy there, and I'm like laughing too much.
I like that.
It is so. Shut up! You don't.
I do.
Where did you find George Burns in the?
Look, man, it was
the Rolodex.
It was one of those.
Because the guy was still alive at the time.
He was still alive, and he was in the news that week because I think his 100th birthday was coming up, and it was just so embarrassing because I had him singing an Extreme song, and it was just.
Was it just bad, Norton?
No, it was good. It was like one of the. He's like, I wonder what it would be like if George Burns. And I said, you know what? I've also wondered what it would be like if George Burns.
That's what he prefaced it with. Like, I wonder what would happen if. Did you turn around and put a George Burns wig on?
I had to put the cigar in my mouth.
On radio.
It was speaking of.
Wait, did he do a wilting body and come back up as George Burns? Did he do a smoke disappearing and come?
Look, this is how bad it is. I can't even listen to you guys mock it, and Patrice hasn't even heard it.
It just shows you how far we've come. There was a time people loved Winger, and
it's so embarrassing.
He kept saying, "Yeah, right." Yeah, right. It was very happy. I like the.
All right, Jimmy.
Just happy to be there.
Jimmy, I want to slap you silly.
I like the happy.
Isn't
you
it
don't.
Uncomfortable Friday or something? You proclaim it?
Yes. I'm sweating.
Wait, let me ask you. Was you going? Ooh, boy, this might have been a wrong choice.
Opie was going, hey, it's Opie's nighttime attitude.
Right, shut up.
I don't think his voice changed yet.
And I was already 30. I can believe I was 22.
Where'd your anger come from? Did you get robbed outside the radio station?
Where did our anger come from? From idiots like the both of you. Just mocking.
Hi, everybody.
I was happy to be there. Ant was happy to be there. What happens is management just beats you down to the point you just get to be an angry soul.
Yeah.
An angry soul.
And that's where Opie came from. Because let me ask you, would you be Opie now?
Yeah, hold on, Bobby. Huh?
Like if you had to be, shut up. So if you had to be Opie now, would you be Opie right now?
What do you mean?
Meaning, was Opie from when you was happy? And you just stuck with Opie?
See, a lot of people think it's a radio name. It's not. I got it when I was 12. I'm stuck with this name.
Okay.
Stuck with it. You think I want to, be named Opie at this point in my life? Are you kidding me?
Imagine being like 55 and people are still calling you Opie.
Imagine.
Easy. What are you, crazy?
Imagine.
What are you, crazy? Don't tear down the eighth wall.
Oh, goddamn Patrice.
See, now he's getting cocky. Hey, Patrice.
come on.
No,
man.
there goes his plug.
Just plug me.
Why would you do that, dude?
Plug.
Just plug me. Don't hold that over my head.
Of course not.
Oh my head, you old Opie.
Plug your own.
Hey, look, you can't take it out of him financially. The fact that I'm going to be at the Stress Factory this weekend, let me apologize for
What a whore.
Stress Factory tonight through Sunday. Don't let that affect your weekend.
Hey, Bob.
Yo.
What's up, Bob? Bob Kelly, everyone.
What's up, man?
I got to tell you, me and Bob, I called Bob the other day just to have him do his Matt Roloff impression.
Who's Matt Roloff?
See, that's the problem. No one knows, and it's the funniest freaking thing. You got to watch Little People, Big World.
It's the midget guy from,
Yeah.
Little People, Big World.
I had him doing, I had him talk to my girlfriend the other day just to do Matt Roloff. Way to follow up, Bob. What are you shy today?
Yeah, way to take the ball and run with it.
I think,
I guess you don't know what a setup is.
It was some food on the way down.
Right.
He was trying to choke it down so he could do Matt Roloff or whatever.
I had a steak and cheese calzone with cheese, like extra cheese. I think I'm gonna throw up.
Bob, that was
at 7:20, Bob.
Bob, that wasn't a ball. That was a strike right down the middle. You were supposed to hit that one.
Yeah, right in the park, Bob.
Well, Opie, listen, I was too busy building the treehouse in Molly's castle.
See, this is the stuff that makes me laugh.
Where's the treehouse?
Norton, I want to get a trebuchet and put Norton's head in it.
See, this is just funny to people that watch the show. Do your Matt Roloff.
Well, this is the thing: is my wife hates my guts. It's very similar to Vinnie Brand.
Well, it does sound a little like Vinnie.
We'll be at the Stress Factory all weekend.
And if you want to be... That wasn't a bad almost Vinny. That actually did. All you got to do now is you got to put your hand by your ear and go, pardon? He hears nothing. Idiot's like talking to a cymbal, his ear.
Let me tell you what happened. Can I tell you what happened?
Yeah, go ahead, Patrice.
Tell you the mental anguish that just happened.
Yeah.
No comic likes to do anything on cue.
On cue,
I understand
exactly.
And when he's told to do his midget impression, Bobby's fake dignity and the fact that he can do a midget impression just collided.
Yeah. I think we set you up to fail. I think the Matt Roloff thing's not going to work after all. Let's be honest with each other. It makes me laugh and my girlfriend laugh, and that's it. Why bring it to the rest of America?
Forget pride.
Weekends, Opie.
Huh?
Just call me on weekends. I'll do it for you.
Yeah. Hey, he's getting the knee surgery again. He popped his knee out again.
But Bob, you're gonna get it taken care of really good now, right? Officially, right?
No, the guy who did it 2 years ago apparently.
Did they screw the surgery? They didn't do the surgery right.
Oh well, listen. Well, everyone knows Bob Kelly popped his knee doing the touch football. I didn't hear you, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
Okay.
By the look, I know you had a doozy and you were very happy with it. I didn't hear it though.
I said the surgery didn't go right. They were supposed to staple the stomach.
Oh, sorry. From Tourgasm, Bob. It was on video and stuff. And you got the surgery, and what happened? They used like an old procedure?
He did it. The guy did something they did on shoulders around,
leeches
20 years ago.
Wait, he did shoulder surgery on your knee?
Yeah, they did something on a shoulder around 20 years ago, and it worked for 9 months, and then it failed, and they stopped doing it. But this guy did it on my knee 2 years ago. But apparently he wasn't a doctor. He stayed at a Holiday Inn Express the night before.
Yeah, where'd you find this doctor? What's wrong with you?
I found him on the internet.
You did not get your doctor from the internet.
Well, it had like a cool logo. It was like a knee, and it was like 3D, and it changed.
Yeah, to a shoulder.
Dummy.
This just in from Stephen S. from Bayshore. Bob's appearing at the Stretched Factory. Nothing?
I'm not at the Stress Factory.
No, see, Stretched.
I'm at Tampa Improv.
Where are you, sweetie?
The Tampa Improv.
Tampa. Okay.
Tampa.
Anyone else wish we could have had the last 5 minutes back?
Oh. I kind of enjoyed it. Uncomfortableness as people. You can hear the hope that people listen with.
Well, Bob, we had you penciled in for this. We were thinking this was going to be the break of the morning. You were going to do the Matt Roloff, explain how some witch doctor did shoulder surgery on your knee, and we're getting nothing here.
Yeah, I'm going to do Matt Roloff on the phone and talk about my knee with Norton and stupid Fatso. It's really going to work out, Opie.
Dude, we support you, man. We want to see you heal up nice. Guy, do the impersonation.
I like the conversation between Norton and Fatso. And Patrice is here, too.
You know what's really... me and Bobby have become arch enemies because he's like, I'm compelled to call him fat. I can't stop calling Bobby fat because he's just officially fat enough for a fat person to call him fat. And it's not like he's, hey man, like jiggly fat. He's fat like a boxing glove. Like he's like
it's firm fat.
It's just it's George Foreman fat. Like just muscly. When you touch him, nothing goes in.
No jiggle.
Just Bobby is. I don't know what the Blob from the X-Men. Like Bobby has mutant powers.
Yeah. I have the gay fat stomach.
Hey, I got to tell you what also happened with Bob Kelly. Al Dukes doesn't miss a beat in the back office. He's writing for us here. Bob is plugging a Tampa gig with no affiliate. We're on no radio station in Tampa, and we're not on XM at this time.
I didn't plug it. You guys asked me where I was.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
All right, so I lied.
You said tamper.
You did say tamper.
That's why I didn't say the correct word because it really doesn't matter.
You having a good time down there?
No.
No.
What are you doing?
Sitting by the pool like a fat 45-year-old divorced woman.
A little white stuff on his nose. And it's not sunblock.
I can't take it no more. We need a snare drum in here today.
Yeah. This is really bad.
Bing! And
I actually just bought a one piece.
Yeah, you went old school bathing suit.
Did you?
Huh?
Also known as a tarp.
Bobby really is shaped like Benny Hill now.
He was such a slender guy in his youth.
Dude, did you ever see sexy Bobby pictures?
Yeah.
Unbelievable Bobby sexy. I'm telling you.
The old pictures of Bobby.
Yeah.
Just a sexy boy. And it's just
come on.
food.
Those days are ahead. Bobby, what are you doing? You doing all right?
As soon as I get my knee fixed, I'll be back to sexy Bobby.
That's always the way to do it. If you're going to start exercising and getting in shape, wait till the knee surgery. What are you talking about?
Do you hear him?
That's the worst time you can do it. Well, when I'm laid up, not moving, like some sort of glacier, then I'm really going to start. The stick-to-itiveness is going to kick in.
And he can't get the stomach stable because it's his heart is the Hoover Dam. I do the hey, you do the what's up, Bob jab. You got to kind of jab him in the stomach, and it hurts your hand. He's made out of steel.
Hey, by the way,
hard fat.
Somebody's a bit slow out there. John from Buttville. Opie, did you just say shoulder surgery on your knee, on Bob's knee? Yeah, they did a shoulder surgery thing on his knee.
On his knee, yep.
When are you going in, Bob?
I got to go Tuesday. I got to go Tuesday morning.
Do they put you completely under?
Have to.
Yeah, they got to put me. Yeah, I think it's an hour and a half surgery.
I thought maybe some kind of local. They just jab your knee with some needles and you're awake and they're talking to you. No, they put you right out.
Yeah,
it's crazy too.
You're still on traveling virus and stuff, right?
Yeah, I have 2.5 weeks to get my knee back so I can walk.
Well, that's great. Hobbling Bob.
He's going to whale me out there.
Hey, Jimmy, why don't you give away tickets to the Opie and Anthony comedy tour?
Okay. If you call up, if you're the third caller, what you do is you get a stick to smash Bob's knee with as he fucking... Oh,
God. Well, at least you left the G off of ing.
When bombing with an improv, get it dumped. It's going nowhere anyway.
No, we got 8 or 9 of the comedians you love from the show playing Jones Beach, June 16th. That's the next date.
Yeah, so...
we got the O&A Village with karaoke and I think a video confessional booth and all sorts of stuff going on.
Yeah, Patrice, myself, Bobby Kelly, of course, Stephen Lynch is on that show. They're great shows, man. Louis C.K., Otto and George. And, if you call up right now, you get free tickets for Jones Beach, June 16th.
And go to Virus Tour on MySpace for all the info.
Yes.
All right. Bobby, thanks. Have fun in Tampa.
See you when you get back, bro.
So we'll give away the tickets to the show.
Poor dumb Bob has to have his leg surgery again.
I feel bad, dude. I mean, I'm telling you, he's just talking. This has to be the worst thing in his life. I tease him about his fat, but it's just sad. You see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
Bobby looks like the inside of a clogged artery. Like,
and he's constantly talking about losing weight.
He's done, constantly. Dude. It's hard to motivate,
about eating right and exercising, and then obviously he's done none of that. Because he comes in and he's bigger than he was the last time.
Yeah. Well, Bob, I feel bad now because every time I see a fat bald guy with a goatee, I actually go, "Hey, Bobby." Always. It's like a running joke with myself.
See, now, Jimmy, I was looking through pictures the other day on computer, all the pictures we've taken over the past couple of years at XM. And when we were in, I guess we went to Philly, I think, or one of the cities we went to first. And I clicked on it, and I saw Jimmy, and I'm like, wow, did Jimmy lose a lot of weight? Because there are pictures of you where I don't even remember you being that big.
I was awful.
I won't say big. Being that fat.
I was fat. When we first came back, I was probably 25 pounds heavier.
You're the sexiest you've ever been in your life right now.
I just lost. Yeah, I lost the weight. I was depressed, and then I put a lot back on for Lucky Louie.
Your neck and chin.
Huh?
It was like
sexiest you ever been right now.
Oh yeah. His chin went down. Your chin went down to your chest. The front of your chin went right down to your chest.
I smiled. I had a fat porpoise face. I look at pictures of myself like smiling, and I'm like, who is that pig smiling? I'm smiling, fat boy.
Yeah, Norton's got a shape now. He used to, he used to be a mess. Like
I'm still mushy, but I mean, I'm getting there.
Just look like a can of a Cool Whip. Just a mess. Just a mushy mess. And he's shaving up quite well now, actually.
Jim lost it, and it was found by our own E-Rock.
You know what?
E-Rock is shaped like old Norton now.
Oh, Norton.
He has that fat man's hump on his back, too. Look at
Patrice is giving you a beating. Are you going to take that?
No, don't. I know it's like, well, look at you. But look, even though I'm fat, I do have eyes. And, you know, it's starting to get, he's starting to get that diabetic back.
All right, listen, we gotta take a break. Hand It to Me, Anthony on Howard Stern Show from 1994. And our first show together.
No, why two embarrassing things in a row? Nice. Thrown against the wall. Screw it.
Oops, might want to get another copy.
Hi, everybody.
It's Opie and Anthony.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. 92.3 K-Rock. The Rock of New York is back.
He's 72 years old.
Opie and Anthony. These guys thrash. Hard. Come on.
No.
Hey, good morning. A lot of energy in the studio today.
Yeah.
K-Rock is back here in New York City where we broadcast from. We're really, really happy. There's an energy in the hallways. We're just happy that we were able to keep our jobs for a week, kid.
They're rocking all day.
New phone number for everybody that listens across America. 877-212-5762. 877-212-5762.
Had the online feed going last night during the whole poker game.
Yeah?
Listening to K-Rock, yeah.
Yeah, that's very, very cool.
It was cool driving last night, man. Hearing, like, what they played Van Halen. They played a few cool things.
Hey, you don't hear rock in New York, and now you do.
No. Let's say hi to Dean in Brooklyn. Dean, what's up?
What's up, baby?
Hey.
Yo, congratulations for staying on the air this long, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Man, you're laughing, we're serious.
Yeah, we're kind of surprised it worked in our favor for once.
Yeah.
It usually doesn't work in our favor.
Do you think you're going to make it through the test of time, or what?
We hope so, dude. I mean, we're on thin ice, and we have an intern who's wearing a macrame hat. So I don't know how we get around that. That is. I wouldn't carry if you took that hat. Go ahead, you talk. Why would I try to improv on the radio? Go ahead, sir. It's all about you. Sorry.
My bad. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no! Now you messed up the comedic timing of Jim Norton. So
timing's irrelevant.
So now it's all about you. So why don't you continue there?
Go ahead, sir. The joke can be. I can start a joke 10 minutes later, finish it right up. I don't miss a beat. Go ahead. It's all about you. Go. Your turn.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Now, listen. Don't go to no doctor.
Die.
There he goes.
Yeah, what's up with the intern?
Clay Aiken?
Clay Aiken has fallen really, really really low.
Yeah.
Yes. Where is Clay Aiken?
You got to see this guy, Patrice. This is our new intern. He's a Clay Aiken lookalike.
If Clay Aiken was 6'8".
Look at this guy.
What's with the... you do understand it is going to be 90 degrees in New York City today.
I told you to sit down.
Oh.
Yeah, you better stand up. Kenny doesn't like when the interns sit. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the celebrity couch.
Oh, sorry, I'm not a celebrity.
Oh, Kenny!
That's right. That was the Beat It Stupid from the Intern.
Can't you smell? You just smell his little white boy arrogance. Just you can smell his little. You just like to smack him upside his head with his enlarged pituitary gland because he's 13 and he's 9 feet tall.
Yeah, how tall are you, man?
6'1.5".
6'1". All right.
Yeah, he's tall.
He looks taller than that.
Still growing, too.
He's really tall. He's a kid. He's a kid.
So, Jimmy, you got a question for him?
Just the hat. It was just a very hot day. Not that that's not a great hat in 1967, but I'm just wondering why you wear
that hat looked like Sam's hair. He has a Sam's hair hat
on. It is Point and Laugh Friday, so.
Sam's hair hat. That's right, stupid. We're laughing at you.
Any reason? Would you just like get up out of bed and had like bed head and throw the hat on?
It's an easy way to cover up the hair.
Can we see your hair without the hat? I don't know what you look like.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
There you go.
Nah, he's just a downtown hip kid on heroin. Has a collection of underdog T-shirts. And
his hair is very straight, though.
Army coats.
Well, the hair looks like a burn victim's wig.
No, you didn't.
No, he looks like Carol Channing.
Carol Channing? How old are you?
I don't know. He's just kind of like Diamond's our girl's best friend.
I'm sorry, man. Tell us about yourself. I apologize.
He's been very helpful.
Yeah, I know he is.
Yeah, he's like good. He kind of. Oh no, Sam, no.
No, what's the matter?
No, Sam. What's the problem?
What's the problem?
No, Sam made a face. I want to come on, Sam.
Come on, Sam.
You don't just make a face and then blow it off.
We said he's
been very helpful. You shook your head no and kind of went ugh. You made the ugh face.
He's very nice, but almost in a passive-aggressive way.
Oh, you can smell it on him. I smelled it on him.
He tends to get lippy and then smile afterwards.
Oh, you can smell it, dude.
In other words, he's exactly like Sam.
No. Oh, please.
Oh, my gosh. He's lippy.
Oh, man. Oh, right. He ain't taking it, dude. That kid ain't I'm telling you, I can smell it on him. He's not taking it. I'm telling you. I can see it in his eyes.
I take it all the time.
Yeah, I know. Get used
Sam's
to it.
a funny character.
4 days?
Ooh.
Yeah. It's been, I think, 5 days now.
All right, well.
So that's what that hat is. It's a mockery to you, boss.
Is that what that is?
Yes, it is.
No, I want to be like Sam.
Oh, man.
Oh, Sam is
he's just...
Sam usually has the upper hand.
Wow.
You better pull an
I don't know,
officer
Sam.
on him, Sam. Jeez.
This guy's kind of pulling one over on you right now. I think, ding, ding, he's winning.
He doesn't seem very impressed. He's new on the block, and he's very comfortable.
It's like,
Sure is. We threw out his breakfast, too.
Well, Sam is shaking.
Sam, what's the matter?
I can help.
Couple of body blows.
Than's got a little insight on this.
The other half of the Than and Sam show.
Yeah, I got to help out Sam here. An example of Clay Aiken's not-so-brightness. He brought in my breakfast the first day he was here. Granted, he was also 2 hours late, and he lives in the East Village, which, just for you non-New Yorkers, you could have walked here in about
but I have a good
minutes.
excuse for that.
No, you don't.
Oh, see? He's not.
All right.
The kid's got a reason.
He's not taking it.
Son.
All right, so the F train in the mornings, it doesn't go to 57th Street. It goes, it's express after 50th, and I didn't know that.
Somebody's job is in jeopardy here. I'm telling you. This kid is taking somebody's job. He
Who
read
said
a
that's a
book.
good reason?
Why is Kenny getting involved
Yeah,
all of a sudden?
because Kenny smells it. Kenny's a cop and he smells this kid. If he pulled this kid over, he would love to, like, for the kid's license to be bad or something, so that he could just rough him up a little bit.
He wouldn't
just
need
has
that.
He just has that thing. Something about him. I'm telling you, he's got one of you guys' numbers. It's over. I'm telling you, I should just get rid of him soon.
So, Than, the rest of the breakfast story.
Oh, yeah. So he brought in my breakfast, and I was standing a little bit away from my position, and I point to the counter to say, could you please put my breakfast on the counter? Apparently, where you from, people eat off the floor, because that's where my breakfast ended up.
He thought he was pointing at the floor.
For a second, I did.
Why would you do that?
To say to you that you're a
the
dog
counters
in
were
a
filled
quiet
and I
way.
didn't know where to put it.
Basically, he was saying that to you. He was kind of challenging you, then.
Hear Fido and then pick it up. That was quickly.
You say, this is what I think you're getting your breakfast, dog boy. Eat it.
Well, I guess he also challenged your importance, Jim, when he stood outside a closed Starbucks for 30 minutes instead of going to another one.
No, it's just because he's stupid.
Oh, okay.
Well, Jim doesn't want you touching his food.
Yeah, because he told me you put his food on the floor. I'm like, he can't touch my food, because I figured that was a very
You think
aggressive
you would
act.
make that mistake twice? Would you make that mistake twice?
Oh, no, I wouldn't.
See?
Okay.
No, I'm learning. This is a great learning experience.
I haven't seen any problems with him.
I like Clay Aiken.
And Sam's making faces.
It's going to make people work harder around here. I like it.
I'm
with Patrice.
I can see why Sam doesn't like him, though.
Why?
Because he's a little too much like Sam.
He's smart. He's complete. Let me tell you.
He's smiling. He's a smiling smartass. That's Sam.
He's a smarmy. He's smarmy, but he's an official white guy, which makes him more important than you.
Let me ask this:
weird something we don't know.
Carrying white guy.
It's better than being a we don't know what you are smarmy. Nobody wants to see a redheaded smarmy whitish thing as opposed to one of the Beatles sons. It's the Fan and this guy's show coming up soon.
Yeah, but has Clay Aiken been on Nickelodeon, right, Sam?
Well,
It's true. You have not.
He's
been
probably
on
produced
Nickelodeon.
it.
Sam was a. We're learning this week that Sam was a child star.
I seen that picture. It's amazing. What
He was on Nickelodeon.
We just saw
doing
the video.
Some stupid human trick
in the office, and it was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Is it
it's
on
some Nickelodeon game show.
Is it on our website yet?
I hope so.
Not yet?
What'd you do, Sam?
What, are you interviewing me now?
Oh,
Who is it?
Dude, you think I'm playing around, man? That immediately you sniff him out, man.
I'm curious.
He wants to know what Sam did. Sam?
Why don't you let the bosses do their job and I'll let them know.
Oh, he comes back with something.
Not a drop of intimidation by this young man.
No.
Not even a drop.
Clearly not with that hat.
Well, Sam, what did you do on Nickelodeon?
Well, I can...
Green slime or red slime
No,
never washed out of your hair.
He actually...
Red slime.
He was actually on Nickelodeon, and he didn't get slimed.
No, he was
lucky.
a contestant. What was the name of the show?
Figure it out.
And what did they have to figure out?
Figure it out.
What am I?
Two white parents, two black parents. Who should he go home with?
I don't know. He's very pale, but he does have that curly hair. I can't figure it out.
Then you see the Willises walk in and you go, oh.
Figure it out. I don't know. Can I have a blood test and do some genealogy background
The
test?
guy said, figure it out, and then walk Sam out. And then a clock started ticking.
It was a show. It had this celebrity panel who was made up of Nickelodeon stars of the day, one of which was the little kid from Pete and Pete.
Alanis Morissette.
And no, actually, she would have been too old. They had little Michelle Trachtenberg from she was on Buffy.
Okay.
But as a kid, she was also Harriet the Spy, and she was a little kid. And then there was some fat little girl, and then some older black guy that shouldn't have been there. He was much too old to be on that panel.
Keith Robinson?
Do you live on
Keith Robinson.
Do you live on a satellite or something? How do you know this?
Because I watched the video and I recognized some of the celebrity panel from when I used to watch Nickelodeon.
Creepy.
As a creepy guy.
Hey, by the way, I don't know if this is an omen, but our official clock stopped 10, 15 minutes ago.
Oh, wow. What could that mean? I have no idea. The one I look at is still running, so I'm safe.
I gotta say, Patrice, I think is correct. There's a little strife between us.
Yeah, there's something going on.
All right, so what did you do on Nickelodeon there, Sam? On Figure It Out.
They had to figure out what the celebrities had to figure out what Sam could do based on these clues. It's like a 20 questions type of format.
Oh, I remember that show.
And
Nobody asked you.
That's a good addition to the discussion. It makes the show more relatable. Like, all right, I remember that show.
I
What's
used
the
to watch
problem?
Nickelodeon. I could have been watching you, Sam.
Wow.
By the way, yeah, put back on that picture of Michelle Trachtenberg. See, something happened from the time of this show to now. And it's called A Nice Body.
Delicious.
Well, you should have made some moves on it when you were 12. So Sam comes out, and the big thing is he can flick quarters off of his ankle. He could launch them. I mean, really, like they're just sitting on his ankle, and he does something like something bone in his ankle pops, and the quarter goes flying.
But you don't see the ankle move. That's the creepy part about it.
Yeah, the ankle stays completely still, and the coin just pops right off.
And goes flying.
But at the beginning, he's actually got to say, what's your line? What's the line? Like, the camera goes on you, and you say...
Hi, I'm Sam from New York, and I can flick quarters off my ankle.
But he's such a little boy. It's hysterical, but it's still stupid Sam. He's like, hi, I'm Sam.
He looked adorable, though.
Oh, you just wanted to tussle his hair,
like
but it's impossible.
Supermodel kid.
It's impossible to tussle. You'd get your fingers caught in it.
And now he's him. Like, like back then, it was like, boy, you wonder where they now, and he's nowhere now. Like,
what do you mean? I'm going places.
And you had a big mouthful of braces, right?
Yeah, braces.
Yeah, you had braces.
Yeah, braces.
He looked like a typical kid you'd see on Nickelodeon.
All American.
Yeah, all American, rosy cheeks.
It's not nearly as impressive.
Why?
No, I can't shoot it far anymore.
Age. That happens with age.
Yeah.
You really can't shoot it as far.
Yeah, black people got weak ankles.
Is that it? You should think that's part of his heritage coming through.
You should get the Tommy John surgery so you can do it again.
My ankles moved. You could see them. Yeah, well, you could probably...
Wow, look at those ankles. My God, what's going on there?
Oh, he should get the Mabel King surgery.
He's got an extra part on his body.
Nothing?
What
Jesus.
is that?
Thought at least Jimmy would have laughed at that.
Ew. All right, just hold on. You got to
Oh, that's his ankle popping.
That's creepy lab creation, Sam. That's his ankle cracking.
How'd you even find that out, Lonely?
At 12.
No, because I could move my ankle. It's just, you know what parts of your body you can move.
Oh, God. You know what else he was doing at that age? Some other double-jointed move that he found out he could do.
Click.
That you wish you could do at home.
All right.
And it wasn't powder.
Are we done with Clay Aiken?
Yeah. I don't even know Clay Aiken's name.
I don't think we're going to hear.
Evan?
This is not the last one.
Evan? All right. Oh, you think he's interesting? Wait till you meet Jared.
I don't know. I see.
Wait, is Jared here today?
I see you working your way onto the staff eventually. I just kind of see that.
Look at Travis shaking his head as he.
You know what?
No?
I don't even think he looks at Sam with any he kind of dusts his mouth. I think he looks at Steve and goes, I can do that.
Yeah.
Steve looks at him too, believe me.
Jim Norton will be at the Stress Factory all weekend long. All right, we got to move on. Oh, wait, somebody's... you know Chismo?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. You should know Chismo. You're Chismo.
It's you.
No, I don't know Chismo.
Oh, okay.
Who's Chismo?
Me.
Yeah, we
all
know
right,
it's
who
you.
are you?
I'm the overnight board op at K-Rock.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh.
What's up, Chismo?
With the green hair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, what's up?
Yeah. I just wanted to say, I've been working the overnight there for a while, and that F train stops on 57th Street. I've taken it on numerous occasions.
Oh,
that kid was... I saw that kid walking his first day.
Comment?
Well, if you want to ride it this morning, if you want to ride it tomorrow morning with me, you can be happy to. I guarantee it did not go to 57 today.
I'll back up Chismo on that.
I see it.
Wow.
Oh, Trav is getting involved.
Look at they're all jockeying for position against him.
Check it. I swear. I'm on the F train every single morning.
Tomorrow is Saturday, by the way. I'm on Memorial Day weekend, so I don't. Maybe the trains have a different schedule. Yeah.
But I think Young Evan's
Thanks,
point.
Chismo.
Thank you. Young Evan's point is that He didn't care that this guy called up. He had no respect for the board op. He just said, go ahead, you want to ride it with me?
Whatever.
I'll be there.
Ride it with me. And then you could tell that they all feel a little threatened, the staff, because they're all throwing in their own barbs.
Do you smell it? Do you see how they gathering around sort of thing?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jared, they don't care. They don't, because they know Jared is
it's not necessarily throwing in own barbs. It's the fact that he was 2 hours late, and he's trying to blame 2 hours on missing one stop on the subway.
Listen, let me tell you another thing why they're angry. It's almost like when the television shows Jump the Shark and bring in a little kid. He's the new little cute kid.
Right. Welcome,
that's
Oliver.
Cuter than the other. He's Oliver. Look at Travis used to be cute, but now he got this full dirty beard. And Travis's hair is not as sexy because it's falling out.
Jesus.
Yeah, I wish. Sam has mattress stuffing for a head.
Yeah, our cute kids are growing up. Patrice is right. We need new cute kids around here.
A couple of years ago, they were all cute.
E-Rock is shaped like those things where you put one little thing inside of another little thing and another until it's a big thing.
Oh, those Russian
freaking...
Yeah. The ceramic little things that come out. Is that what E-Rock shaped?
They're all different versions of fat.
He's shaped like the last fat one.
Again, point and laugh Friday.
It's not good.
Evan, do you have anything to say?
All right,
Eric?
Kevin.
You know Eric? It's Evan, right? Evan, not Kevin.
No, it's Evan.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I heard Kevin. Evan.
Eric haven't talked to you, Eric.
What about Eric?
All right, listen, we got a break.
That says it all.
You're falling apart. You had a good appearance, though.
I don't know.
Evan, everybody.
Not bad.
That
all right,
said a
thank
lot.
you.
Holds the microphone like a young Frank Sinatra.
All right, we're going to break. Patrice O'Neal at Comics here in New York all weekend long. New club, West 14th Street?
Yes, 353 West 14th Street, just east of 9th Avenue.
Great.
212-524-2500 for tickets.
All points of the compass on that one. Good plug.
I don't know.
It's northwest.
I don't know.
You take a bearing of this 270 degrees.
2 shows tonight and tomorrow night, 8 and 10:30. Is that good?
Yeah. Good plug. Good plug.
A bit of confidence, too. I like it.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Hey, everyone's talking about this audio clip we played yesterday. Got a lot of phone calls. They love this. This girl that stage dived into nobody. Have you heard this yet?
No.
Oh, listen.
She sings with such attitude, and it ends with her stage diving, and no one's there to catch her, so you hear her kind of oof when she hits the floor.
We got to play this again. It's 20 seconds, so hang in there for the grand finale.
The music blows. Here,
oh my gosh.
Here it is isolated.
Yeah,
it's a little louder. Listen to this.
We have the amplified.
The video's up on our website, by the way.
Of just the fall. Here it is.
They just all backed up and
they backed up. She jumped and she just hit the floor.
That's the noise Bob Kelly's floor makes when he gets up in the morning.
It's Opie and Anthony.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. 92.3 K-Rock.
Oh, boy, E-Rock. Forget it, E-Rock. Forget it. Forget it. Just go home.
E-Rock, what did you do?
I said,
what happened there?
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Rock.
Well, a lot of people are calling in saying, the stage diving chick losing her breath.
Yeah.
She stage dives, hits the floor.
Yeah.
It reminds them of the grape stomping lady.
Oh, one of my favorite videos.
So we don't need
ever.
the big setup. So after the dramatic coming back to the show promo, it was supposed to be grape lady. No bed, nothing. Just go right into it. I said, we'll come back to the show with that.
And E-Rock was just sitting there, and Ope goes, "That's you." And then he grabs the mouse, and he's looking for things, and it's just dead air. Oh, that wasn't good.
Eric, what happened?
I didn't know there wasn't going to be a rejoiner. He said, we'll play when it comes back. Usually he plays the rejoiner.
No, I said...
he's blaming... Oh, he's blaming Opie. All right, Opie, it's your fault, as per E-Rock.
All right, you're right. After 25 years of doing this, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. You're right. I'm sorry. I'll apologize to E-Rock.
You're telling the guy who created this whole thing for us that he did it wrong?
No, I'm saying I didn't know that he wasn't.
We don't have to always follow, like, music. I said we're going to come back with the clip.
You know, Evan starts with an E. He could be the new E-Rock, perhaps. Sitting back there, running the show.
Can we play Grape Lady now? Now that
the chair could sigh.
Point and laugh. That's about you again.
E-Rock. Sam, why are you filming E-Rock?
He's an asshole.
No! Could E-Rock just have made the dump sheet for the day?
He did.
I believe he did.
The ass wasn't strong enough?
Yes.
So E-Rock, he put like the underscore, but the whole word did come out.
Yes, it did.
That's all I'm asking from E-Rock, by the way, for him to fight back.
Fight back a little
bravo.
bit. Hey, all right.
Well, what happened? See, he doesn't like Sam filming him like that. And
well, these guys get really excited when E-Rock's getting abused. Not only do they enjoy it, they want to make sure they have it on film so they can enjoy it at a later date.
Yeah, you know what this is? This has nothing to do with the internet, websites, or YouTubes or anything. This video is like the gag reels they put together during TV series for the Christmas party. And these guys all get together and edit together this E-Rock video and just sit at someone's house drinking some beers and laughing at E-Rock.
Yeah.
Whenever
wonderful.
anything exciting happens, I'm supposed to video just in case. That's all I'm doing.
So anything involving E-Rock gets taped.
Sometimes exciting things happen with E-Rock.
All right, listen, screw the Grape Lady clip. Who gives a crap? We've all heard it and seen it a million times anyway.
They can't stand him.
But E-Rock, I don't like the fact that they were filming you when you were being scolded. I mean, you did humiliate yourself on the show. But I don't understand why they had to film you and you're scolding.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious why they're filming me.
Why?
Why?
Because I was going to curse again. Because I effed up.
Well, why would they film? We all F up. I mean,
because they got nothing better to do. They don't do anything themselves, so it's always taking.
Wow, you guys are just useless guys walking around doing nothing.
Here comes Danny.
What audio did you bring in today?
Hey,
I think that hump on his back. I think that hump on his back is moving.
And we're also on time every day, Eric.
Implying Eric's late every day.
This is ugly.
E-Rock?
Wow. E-Rock is a stronger person than you think he is. Go ahead, E-Rock.
Go ahead, E-Rock.
Yeah, I do absolutely nothing around here. I do most of my shit after.
He cursed again.
Eric,
hold on.
Are you insane?
Stop cursing.
Sorry.
You're cursing. You're just throwing out
You
words.
guys high-fiving.
You got a great drop now.
Oh, okay. I turn to my right. These guys are high-fiving because he's messed up the whole show.
Eric said, I do nothing around here.
Oh.
and it's going to be taken out of context.
Of course it is. We're going to have a new clip of Eric just saying, I do nothing around here.
You can't curse on K-Rock, E-Rock.
Can you tell it's the show before a long weekend, by the way? We haven't done anything yet.
But I don't like the fact that they're picking on you and the fact that I think...
Thanks for keeping this going. I really appreciate it.
No. E-Rock,
E-Rock's fighting his way out of the corner. I like it.
I'm trying to defend
Well,
him.
E-Rock, what do you do?
I bring nothing to the table.
Yeah.
He's blaming me for keeping this going.
Is this on?
Yes, it is.
I bring nothing to the table.
He's going to blame Anthony soon, too.
I know. Why not just spit on Opie and thanks for all he's done, and then smack Anthony's hat off.
All right, listen. Stop filming E-Rock. Jesus. These guys are twisted.
What do you mean he never comes on time, though? I'm not sure why you said that.
Well, remember.
This is Danny. Danny never says anything.
Remember, Jimmy's not keeping this going.
No. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this.
No, I understand what you're trying to do. Just get some facts out there.
I'm not good. I don't know. I'm not good.
E-Rock is glaring at me.
Well, I mean, I remember Eric was being scolded for a while for being tardy. And I think if that was anybody else, that would have been a nice swift kick in the pants to show up on time. And apparently it really, I guess, didn't mean much to Eric because he still consistently shows up. You know?
Are you saying he gets special treatment around here?
Oh.
No, I'm not saying that, but he still comes late every day.
Oh, Danny, good.
Is it
Way to
that...
get you out of that one.
Here's what E-Rock can do, though. E-Rock doesn't have to report to the office where everybody else is. He slips right into the studio. And what do you use, a side door? Which door do you come in here?
Through the
booth.
right there.
So you go in, so you don't have to pass by the office.
Yeah, because I don't want to talk to them.
But is it that, or is it that you're coming in late and they know if you pass by that someone will see you're coming in late?
No, there's times I walk past the office. I just avoid
when you're on time.
No.
No? I'm getting yeses from everybody.
Of course you're
else.
going to get yeses.
How come you don't want to talk to them?
Hey, no, and ask him which one he hates the most.
You know what? That's a good question by Patrice. Which one would you say you're
That's
the angriest?
not relevant
But
right
we'd
now.
like to know.
Which one?
Oh, it's
which
totally
one,
relevant
Which
right now.
one, if they left, he would now walk by the office when he comes in the
You
morning?
would breathe a sigh of relief, like, my day's going to be a lot easier.
Yeah. Eric, who do you hate more than anybody else in this
They
place?
give you a beating, you should give them a beating back.
Let them know.
Don't be shy. Who do you? Okay, not hate.
Don't use the word hate.
That's a strong word. Yeah.
Who do you loathe?
Yeah. Whose death would you smile at the fastest?
Oh, he just chugged that water, too.
Oh, boy.
He knows, too.
Of course he does.
I'm not going into that.
Why?
Because I'm not going into that.
Who is it? It's Sam, right?
No, it's not Sam.
It's not Sam.
Whoa.
All right.
So that means it is someone. Oh, boy.
Sam is safe.
Who's the biggest ball breaker?
Don't ask him who the biggest Don't ask him that because that gives him an out.
Yeah.
Keep this question going. Who doesn't he like?
Doesn't he like? Is it Than?
No, it's not that.
I know
it was
exactly.
close.
I have no doubt in my mind.
Oh, is it Danny?
No, it's not Danny. It's Travis.
It's Danny.
Yeah. Danny wins.
Wow.
Danny's actually feeling good about himself, and the other guys are disappointed.
I was getting nervous. I was starting to think maybe it was me.
No,
Why
you're
Danny?
a love.
Why Danny?
Yeah, why
You
Danny?
can't ask him anything seriously without him screaming or getting in your face saying, I don't know.
Well, because it's Eric. You have to.
Oh, you almost dropped the F-bomb, too.
What's going on?
So what's Eric is just saying, can't you just be serious for a second?
Well, look where he works. I mean, he's got to understand the environment around
No,
here.
I do
Why
understand
How
the
come you just
environment.
can't take a joke once in a while? How come you have to get all
I
angry
can
all the
take
time
a
and
joke,
take
but
everything a little
every
too personally?
effing word out of your mouth is something extremely obnoxious, making you look like a total asshole.
Again.
Oh, boy.
Again.
But I don't
Eric.
find Danny to be that. Like I'll talk to Danny sometimes. He has the personality of a stamp. Like, I try to get funny out of Danny. Like tickle cutie. He's like hello, no,
Jim, where are
like
you
a robot. He's not a crazy wild dude. That's weird.
No, see,
You see a different side of
Oh,
it.
Iraq, yes.
all right.
Try not to drop the AH this time.
Yeah, just
Exactly.
say a-hole,
Why don't you go
please.
smack Tom in the face?
Yeah. Why don't you just tell Tom you don't agree with his rules?
Yeah.
This is why I was saying I don't hate Danny. Really, I don't. I like Danny on some level. A lot of the times I can't tolerate him though. When I'm trying to get something done,
you
or
know
ask
what?
him something
Let me
serious,
explain
I
to you.
never
Oh,
can get an answer.
When you're trying to get something done, so it's rarely.
In the thesaurus, that whole soliloquy he just said means hate.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
That was the
Hatred.
definition of hate.
That's just hate.
In the
Well,
dictionary.
how would you like me to treat you, Eric? How should I change my ways to treat you?
Respect him is what he's saying. Give him a little respect. He works hard.
He has to give me a reason to.
Whoa.
Really?
You're
don't
saying
deserve
he
respect.
doesn't even deserve respect.
I've done nothing for you.
Oh.
Ever.
You have another, I've done nothing.
Wait, Patrice,
Cut out the for you, and we got a great clip.
Patrice, I think, hit a nerve with Eric. He said, I want respect.
He's tired of it. He wants respect across the board.
New hostess respects? No?
Wait now.
That was kind of funny. It's like saying he wants respect. And
Quasimodo wants respect.
E-Rock. Hold on, let E-Rock say it, because he wants...
in his new contract, he wants a refrigerator and cable up in the top of the church where he lives.
The bell tower.
Wait, what is Tom?
E-Rock.
Why is Tom here? Are you mad?
Yeah.
What happened? Are we fired?
Do you want E-Rock to,
We get nervous when you poke in out of nowhere.
If E-Rock doesn't like the rules, it's not a problem.
See? E-Rock, first of all, you let out a bad word, I think 3 times during your conversation. You do understand the rules of broadcast radio,
Now
don't you?
stand up and apologize to the boss.
No, you don't have to apologize.
No, it is the era of apologies, and I think you owe...
And you better be contrite and apologize to Casual Day Tom.
Yeah.
Exactly.
who took his tie off just to be cool.
In honor of rock and roll.
Tom's really feeling the vibe. Tom's feeling the vibe of K-Rock. He took his tie off.
And now it's not a talk station anymore. He took the tie off.
Hey, Tom, why don't you take off your shoes and slide across the floor? Just take them old records off the shelf. I said I listened to them by myself.
Tom's, it's a rock and roll Tom.
Patrice, I took 2 T-shirts and sent them out to have them stitched together for you.
You're I take offense to that because I'm overweight. I'd like an apology. And it better be contrite.
Tom has played this game way too long. Who are you kidding? Oh, yeah. I know that about Tom.
And E-Rock, not knowing what the rules of words are.
E-Rock,
Right,
I think Tom, the manual that was handed out,
yes,
I think should be given to E-Rock. We have to have him read it, and then I want him to be quizzed. I want a quiz written up for him so he understands it, because obviously you don't understand the basic rules of broadcasting, and I think Tom deserves an apology.
All right, get up, E-Rock.
Apologize to Tom. Make it sincere.
And congratulate him on the format flip and all that.
Mr. Chiasano, congratulations.
My name is Tom. Mr. my father.
Yeah, call him Tom. Don't humiliate him.
Tom.
And why don't you tell him to his face what you thought of his intro? Like you were saying off mic to all of us.
Yeah, exactly. Just say it. He's right here.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Say exactly.
Can I say something? You're going to make him make a manifesto. You could have avoided this. Now I have the cancer. Gee whiz, beating this poor kid down.
No.
What does cancer have to do with it?
Yeah.
That's the manifesto guy.
No.
What?
Thanks.
Watch the manifesto.
No, thanks. I survived. Way to rub it in.
Oh, uncomfortable for everybody now.
I know.
Way to go, Patrice.
Put your golf tie back on, Tommy.
I think Patrice's context was that the people are a cancer on society, and that's why he has to shoot them.
Right,
yes,
it's always the manifesto.
I was trying to paraphrase manifesto guy. So, all right, well, come on, fat face. Apologize.
Oh, look who's calling you fat face.
I like to apologize. See, I'm going to apologize. See, to let you know that can be done, Eric. I'm just getting trapped in this whole world of messing with you, and I'm here to say I apologize and I respect you, man.
All right,
I respect
E-Rock,
you too, E-Rock.
Thanks.
Your apology to Tom.
Tom, congratulations on the format change, and I would like to apologize for the language that I've used on this broadcast. I should have known better. I do know better. I have no excuse for it, and I apologize.
I accept it gratefully.
Wow.
That was contrite.
But I think the important thing here is that Eric is feeling very disrespected by these guys. And Patrice hit the nail on the head when he said Eric wants respect.
You know something? I'm not satisfied. I think Eric should be fired. I'm not accepting his apology. I don't like it. This kind of stuff does not belong on radio. E-Rock. Guy used nasty language 3 times in probably 3 minutes.
And he meant it.
And he did mean it.
Yeah, he meant it.
Eric, why don't you say to Danny, not without cursing, without getting us thrown off, what you would like from him? Or what you would like.
This is latent emotions, though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's been building up, and this has to be diffused, and the pressure valve has to be opened.
He just wants respect, that's all.
Yeah.
He doesn't think Danny's light ribbing for what Danny thinks. He thinks he's light ribbing him and he's just doing his thing, but he feels disrespected by Danny.
He feels like a target, even though we tease Eric. He knows that we like him.
He doesn't know that from
he knows I like him, at least I hope he does, but I think he thinks from these guys that they really think that he's a nobody and that they team up on him, and I think it does hurt him on some level for real.
Yeah.
I do.
All right, what we got?
Last
true? Word to you, E-Rock, before we take a break.
All right, I don't hate Danny.
Not hate, but I think he hurts you.
No, he doesn't take me seriously sometimes. That's the problem.
See, that's
when I actually have to get stuff done.
What are you getting
most
done,
of the time?
What are you getting done?
All the production and stuff I do after the show.
What production do you do after the show?
Why
Archiving,
are you qualifying? Do you understand, E-Rock, why they play with you? You just qualified your existence to Danny.
Exactly.
You're an easy target.
You mean in between those naps that you take at XM?
Oh, wow.
Man.
When this drunk is complaining about somebody else's nap,
you know there's a real problem.
And I think that it bothers him that Sam films him all the time because Sam is newer here. E-Rock has been here since kind of the day one.
And you know what the filming does? The fact that E-Rock thinks that he does, I mean, not thinks, but he feels like he does an important job, and Sam just... like marginalizes it by filming him like he's some animal.
Yeah, like a
nothing.
freak.
Like he's a fat gopher.
Eric has to concentrate on a lot of the things, but tell him how you feel.
Yeah.
He's tired of it. The fat thing, he feels like high school.
It is very high school in here. There's a click.
He just wants to be loved.
I think we all need a rock scream.
Rock scream?
Rock scream,
yeah. Yeah.
See? That made him smile.
E-Rock has been here since we came back on the air. He went to lunch with Ope and myself in Soho before we were back on the air. And Ope was raving about this kid, Eric from Florida, is very good. I met him when I was...
Where is he?
Oh, Anthony. Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. That was cruel, but Ant is a funny guy.
Have y'all ever had Eric Appreciation Day or something?
Yeah, we should do E-Rock Appreciation Day.
Absolutely. I say we do it Monday. This Monday.
Bravo, Patrice. Great idea. This Monday. We're all...
And now they're showing me pictures of Eric sleeping at the wheel. It's Eric asleep at the wheel.
Let me see it.
Oh,
these guys
God.
are cruel, man.
But you don't do the fake pull your hat brim down, put your hand there, and hand on the keyboard like you're working and actually sleep, do you?
What's your explanation for that?
Yeah. What is that picture of?
He's looking.
E-Rock, comment?
He's looking at the picture.
Oh, you know he wants to knock that afro right off of Sam's head.
No, when Sam is filming, Eric wants to punch the camera into his face.
Yeah. He wants to pull a Sean Penn right into the lens.
E-Rock, comment?
Oh,
what is that picture?
It's a picture of Eric. He's got his hands on the console, and it's like kind of like it looks like he's concentrating hard or sleeping. From the
But he's sleeping. Yeah. What is that?
I can't tell.
All right. Well, let E-Rock talk.
Okay, you know, just because this is not going to end well.
Just cause.
No, hopefully you'll get fired.
Oh, Danny.
Oh, man.
Danny's just such a scary talent.
Oh, thank you. All right, go ahead, E-Rock.
Disgustingly sarcastic.
Go ahead, E-Rock.
Go ahead, baby, go.
What is it? Come on,
He's
time's ticking.
He's looking at it.
You know what it is.
These guys taking pictures of him.
Just explain it.
Sleeping in
They
front
all
of a monitor.
He's not a part. He feels like he's not a part of that crowd. He's not a part of the group.
The
He's not
in
one of the
crowd.
guys.
Well, E-Rock, you said it's not going to.
E-Rock, what is that picture?
It's me with my hands over the earphones over my ears. It does look like I'm sleeping. Possible, not sure. But
that means you have slept on the job.
Yeah. There are times
if you've never slept, you would say, no, I wasn't sleeping because I never sleep on the job.
You're the worst witness ever.
Possibly sleeping,
right,
yes.
Possibly sleeping. That means you had to have slept.
That's like
at least once.
I didn't mean to kill her.
Right.
We were just having fun in the hotel room, and the knife, and then I woke up and she was dead. That's what E-Rock's doing right now. Yeah. Possibly.
That's like getting arrested for a rape, and they go, "Did you rape this woman?" And he goes, "Wait a minute, what address?"
Yeah, what is that? Yeah, I'm not sure. E-Rock.
I don't think this is a game either. I thought this might be some, hey, I'm going to just play this wormy little mess. But he's just really just sad.
Do you remember that, E-Rock?
No, I don't remember this.
Yeah. Do you remember, were you flying in that dream? What kind of dream was it?
Were you being taken seriously in that dream? Like, were you walking around and they were going, good point, we'll do that?
Jeez.
E-Rock?
E-Rock,
are you done?
I'm done.
All right. All right, listen, we got to take a break. Club Soda Candy with the big plug. We got Basil Teas here making unbelievable omelets. And the steak, unbelievable. Steak and eggs this morning. I was loving it.
Wow.
What do we got, Kenny?
That's right. Our beautiful breakfast was brought to you by Basil Teas Brew Pub and Italian Grill. 1171 Hooper Avenue, Toms River, New Jersey. Area code 732-244-7566. Their website is basilts.com. The executive chef is Stephen Farley.
Do you know, it would have been better for that restaurant if you had just said botulism.
It's Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony. 92.3 K-Rock.
Find out how. Can you tell we're getting ready for the long weekend? This is the Opie and Anthony show. Patrice O'Neal in studio. He's playing comics here in New York City all weekend long. New club on West 14th Street.
353 West 14th
It's
Street.
14th and 9th, pretty much.
Pretty much, right? Okay. And then Jim Norton's going to be at the Stress Factory down there in New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Saturday's sold out. Friday I might be, and Sunday's all after the tickets. So.
All right.
And we got some sailors in here.
Fleet Week is happening in New York City. So.
Welcome all the military here for Fleet.
A lot of ships, a lot of Navy guys walking around all over town, trying to pick up the ladies.
They're aggressive too.
Girls love the guys in uniforms. I don't know. Walk around, they could just say hi. Look at they're on the news.
They're everywhere.
They're all over the place.
Everywhere.
Place is crawling with them.
Doing the weather on the news. We got guys watching our show. They're all over the place.
Hide your women.
That's right.
And you know where the hookers are? They're all on the west side because he's got them off a boat. And
that's where the ships are.
Cash in hand.
Oh, cash in hand, ready to go.
One of the guys is laughing a little harder than the rest of them, man. What's that about? You're nameless, faceless, so we can do this. Don't worry.
Extra bleach on the pants when you bring them back to the ship. Get some of those stains out.
Well, the Navy guys are the best because they have the white uniforms. The Marines are in trouble with their blue pants. Back in the
really comes.
And so all that stuff glows anyway. All of it. Like a hotel room murder scene.
Cops come in with the black light and see like words written in blood on the wall.
You don't need Dr. Biden to see it.
Oh, yeah,
Michael Biden.
Yeah, creep.
HBO.
And I looked in his stomach to see the contents and realized he'd eaten alphabet soup. You're a fool and you should be shot.
That guy is just a ghoul. You are absolutely right.
Alive.
He talks about horrific deaths like it's somebody that just came back from a fair. He doesn't care. It's like, I saw one, it was like, we couldn't really find the time of death. And we knew that she had been out to dinner with her boyfriend. So when we did the autopsy and looked at the contents of her stomach, we saw that the French fries had been chewed, and we knew that the restaurant that served the French fries... And they're like backtracking the restaurant, the bite marks in the French fries, how much they've been digested, so they could figure out the time of death. And this guy's talking about it like he's carving up a roast.
And then he's like, I took one of the fries out and I tasted it, and I recognized that it was... he actually one time...
And I said, Sam...
Yeah. Sam, we gotta catch the murderer, Sam.
Wow. It's Jimmy's Quincy impression, and it's dead on. It's unbelievable.
Who doesn't appreciate a good
Jack Klugman as Quincy M.E.
And
one time, you said?
It was the one time Michael Bowden, I think his name.
Biden.
Is it Biden? No, Joseph Biden.
Dr. Biden.
Oh, okay.
Baden. That's it.
Right.
It's a compromise of the two.
Baden, whatever his name is, they found a body bloated with maggots.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
They checked inside the maggots to see what food the maggots had eaten, so they knew where the person had eaten, so they knew where they'd been killed.
Yeah, that's a great job.
The greatest one ever that changed my life. That said, you know what, I won't do anything and try to get away with it. This idiot smothered his wife with a garbage bag and put the garbage bag back in the cabinet, and they found it with her just got suffocated face still in the garbage bag. Like,
like the Shroud of Turin.
The face of they put the light on there, and she had the I'm choking face in the garbage bag imprint of the choking
What a
face.
cheap idiot.
He wouldn't even throw it out.
Throw the garbage bag away, you dope.
God almighty, who was it, Jason Steinberg?
Oh, nice.
What an idiot.
A joke for 20 people, bravo. That is funny. All right, listen. We got to talk about Anthony's car before we...
I want to say hi to... we're on in Vegas, of course.
Yes.
And the Shelby plant is out there in Vegas.
Hold on. Let me interrupt you. Jimmy, this will not make you happy. Wait till you hear this one. Go ahead.
The Shelby plant is out there in Vegas. Of course, Shelby, just a famous old codger right now, but in his heyday with a Ford Motor Company, put out some of the best muscle cars out there. The Mustangs, the Shelby Mustangs years ago. Well, they have the new line of Shelbys. I picked one up. I got the GT500. It's 500 horsepower supercharged.
Newer than the one you had?
Animal. No, it's the same one, but...
They only made like 20. Ant's got one of them.
No, they made a few more than that. But it's just a blast. It goes very fast. It's a great car. I love it. But
Ant goes very fast on Long Island when he's not doing the radio show.
It's a lot of fun.
Fact.
There was some guy had to be 60 years old in a BMW who tried to like show me something yesterday. I don't race. I don't sit there on the street looking for people. But a lot of people look at me and feel they have to like beat me. So I just have to show them how stupid it is to try.
Like the two Asian guys from Better Off Dead?
From Better Off Dead, yeah. Constantly.
Here we are at the light again. Will he be able to beat us this time?
That's exactly what it is. People just pull up and they kind of want to, show you a little bit. And I had to just, put him in his place. I don't even take it out of third gear when I'm doing something like that. It just blows them away. Well, there's a new modification coming out. It's called the Super Snake. I will be sending my Shelby to Vegas. And they will do this.
Shipping his car to Vegas.
And we are talking 720 horsepower.
How many is it
Thank you. It's 500 now.
Why?
So there's 220 more for what?
It's going to have a
go to the moon?
new suspension put in, new exhaust, new Ford Racing supercharger being put in, this thing, and the body styling of the new KR, the King of the Road model that's coming out in 2008. But it's the Super Snake, a monster car that I must have.
Yeah, I'll tell you what that's for. That's to make this the Opie and Harry Chapin show.
No.
This selfish idiot is going to kill himself, and I'm not going to get my mortgage paid.
No.
If you drive, get a minivan. God almighty, will you do 55?
I do. I don't drive like a maniac.
I have video of you. You did 100.
Unless
there's a video of you going 100 in another car.
Isn't driving like a maniac. And that was 130 in a Lamborghini Gallardo, and it was an amazing ride.
How fast can a 720 horsepower car go?
That thing, I could probably break 200 if I want to.
Isn't that like the
illegal
NASCAR? Well, I was going to say.
Yeah. Without all the pesky safety equipment. like roll cage and things like that.
Anthony
he developed this hobby out of nowhere, by the way. I've been working with him for many years. He never really showed me that he wanted to go that fast.
Why are you having these, I want to die, why are you like Kurt Russell from Grindhouse?
I just enjoy the feel of a good muscle car. Like an old, when I was younger, I drove around in a goddamn Ford Nova. And then I had a Dodge Aries K car, and I'm finally able to have the kind of cars I want to have.
How about a Rolls?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, what about a relaxing Rolls?
I have an Escalade. I love my Escalade. It's a luxurious, very comfy, very big and safe. I like it. I like filling up the tank for $150, but that's my car, my daily driving car. But on a nice weekend like this coming up, I like taking the Shelby out.
That's weird, dude.
It's nice. It's not weird.
It's just like, why do that? And why?
What about us?
You ever watch an episode of Cribs? Some of your brothers over there, boy, they love their cars.
Why do white people do that? What?
I'm just saying, they open up a garage, there's 20 cars in there.
You know what they do?
I got 2 cars.
First of all, here's the difference. White people don't even clean their cars. You probably still got mud from when it splashed all the ducks you killed. Black people like to just go, hey, look at how nice this car is. I never had a nice thing in my life, and I got a lot of nice things.
That's what I'm all about.
No, you're not all about that. You're all about this is what I'm saying. Like when white people go into the shoe store, they actually go in there to use the shoes for what they're supposed to be. Like the running shoes, hey, I want to run in these. Black people do it for the looks. You're using a fast car to be fast, which you go, why are you doing that? You're 54.
I'm not 54. If I was 54, I'd have bought the Corvette. It's exciting. It's something I was never able to have because I was a broke mother F my whole life. I worked for a living.
But you're freaking out.
Gold seat.
You're freaking out, Jimmy, though, there, Anthony. I used to be the problem. Now you're the problem. I used to do some crazy things. I don't do them anymore.
Old rollerblades, which is bad enough.
No, I used to hold on to trucks and stuff. I finally stopped.
I'm very safe in my car. I really am. I'm not driving like a maniac.
200 miles an hour.
I wouldn't do 200 miles an hour.
135 miles an hour is not driving crazy? On Long Island?
It was on Ocean Parkway.
People got to understand, Long Island is not a safe place to go fast.
It was on Ocean. It was early in the morning. It's a straight stretch of road right there by the beach.
With lots of deers in the morning, by the way.
Nah, they get that.
They're just on the side of the road minding their own business.
No, it was fine. Seeing people going, are you going to Deer Park Avenue? No, because that's dangerous. There are lights all over the place. I like straight strips of road to just open it up. And until you've done about, 150 in one of those Lamborghinis.
When a reindeer just comes strolling out of the swamp.
A reindeer.
One of those
people's roofs in December.
Whatever crawls out of Rhode Island, some squirrel or whatever comes out of there, and you try to avoid it or you hit it. Now, if you hit like some moose or something, it's like hitting a wall. Yeah. If you try to swerve and miss another animal,
and if somebody goes through a red light and while you're going through the green and broadsides you, you're dead too. So what the hell are you talking about?
I want you to take me for a ride.
You want to ride?
Yeah.
Why how about this? Sell and fish. Why don't you wait?
Norton,
fish could be dangerous.
You should go so you can lay over the dashboard as a
stunt woman.
As an airbag.
All right. Well, so the modifications are happening soon.
Shelby, when they're going to get back to me. They've already gotten back to me, but they're going to get back to me when everything's ready to go, and I'm shipping it out there. When it comes back, it is going to be a monster.
I hope they screw up and make the gas pedal not go all the way down, so you max out at 57. You have to be a wild man sipping a latte doing 57.
57 miles per.
He's going. There's no way he's going. He's saying 135 miles an hour. But there's no way you can't go 200 if you can.
If you can. I understand that.
You're going to have to try 200
But there's that. Probably once, yeah. I might just take it to the track, too.
Look at
I can go down to Englishtown and take it to the track and do the quarter mile.
Why don't you just do 50 4 times?
Good. You know what? There is nothing like stepping on the gas, and when that supercharger winds up and you hear that Road Warrior sound.
But when you're going 200,
it's great.
I go fast in my truck sometimes.
Yeah.
But when you're inside the car, you really don't get a real feeling.
No, you know what it is? It's complete concentration. All you are concentrating on is not dying. You are looking. You have never been so attentive as a driver than when you are at speed like that.
You just play Russian roulette.
When you drive, no. When you're driving down the expressway or something, and you're doing the speed limit, maybe a little over, you're fiddling with your radio, you're looking at chicks out the window, you're kind of looking ahead, you're looking at billboards or anything like that. When you're driving fast, you are so fixated on just driving that car. It's an amazing, like you're focused and you're flying.
Oh, dude, you got some action here. And he's got good reactions.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you got good reactions. Somebody, let's not say your name, but someone from the NYPD, yes. You're on the Opie and Anthony show.
How you doing, guys? It's Rob. How are you?
Hey, Rob.
Listen, when you get the call, give us a call. We'll set up the Clearview Expressway for you. We'll shut the entrance and exits to get a straight shot from Hillside all the way up to the Drog's Neck.
Oh,
My
man.
God.
Dude, I know a few people. Thank you. I would love to do that run. That's nice.
How about this? Why don't you not? and to answer your dumb question about what's the same as stepping on the gas, I'll tell you what. Cash in a radio station check. That's the same. That's better. Why don't you stop going fast? I drive my Caddy 70 with both hands on the wheel. 10 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
All right, listen, we're gonna end the show with this. We're talking about Anthony. Patrice brought it up. You saw this video online. Got the audio.
Oh, God, I thought I was going to be out of this mess.
Well, we had the first show you and I did. We will have to do this next time Patrice is in.
Yeah.
You can't just play the George Burns.
Shut up.
What is your name?
No.
My name's Anthony from Roscoe. Anthony, all right. And, yes. Oh, yeah. Anthony, do you have anything to tell us? Yes. What's black and white and green? What is that? My wife. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is Sam Kinison. Hey, Jack, you want to do some Vegas stuff with me, man? We'll, go out there with the Outlaws, have some fun. Where's the money? Where's the money? Green. I love green. Green money. Green weed. Oh.
Is that a good Jackie? Honest to God.
It was the It was Billy West's version of Jackie.
Okay. He was supposed to win the competition.
Oh, I got compliments and everything.
I think I still owe you a stereo.
How he loved me.
I think I owe you a stereo.
Yeah, I know. I should have won this.
Comedian or something? Yeah, that's right, Howard. How you been, buddy? Hey, good to see you. For quite a while, you know. Yeah, I was thinking of stuffing your body and taking you out on tour. You're much easier to work with now. Yeah, that's true. I was pretty obnoxious there. It's not too good being dead. Those Christ jokes not going over too well these days. Boy, he's good. He might look odd, but he's good.
Yeah.
You do, Beavis?
Coming from Howard.
The dumbest contest I've ever done and stuff. Man, this sucks. Go back to your Kinnison. All right, very good. What is your name, Anthony? You're stupid. What's your last name? Anthony Umia.
Well, you was just a problem.
Just happy to be there.
Okay.
Just happy to be there, you
Every
ass.
second was funny.
I had to
what's
be.
Your name, man? Anthony Cunha.
Dude, that was...
You slap your face and spit on the floor.
Every second. Let me explain that. Every second...
everybody as he's talking.
Every second I was on anyone's radio show was my ticket out of the friggin' mess I was in construction.
Oh,
so I was like, I didn't want a second to go by that I wasn't on and doing something.
He was auditioning. Who are you
I was auditioning for the Howard Stern show, believe me.
He was moving around fast.
If Howard would have told me you had a job, I'd have been saying F Opie, that clone hack, right now as we speak on Sirius. I swear to God.
I'm thank God you didn't. I mean, look, man, Opie and Anthony, come here, have been very good to me.
Like he just was just wacky without repair. Like,
One more.
Oh, you bastards, man.
I work on the Opie Show on WBAB. Is that right? What is the Opie Show? It's Opie, 7 to midnight, WBAB. I don't even know what that is.
Opie's the guy that sort of does your show, WBAB at night. He takes a lot of phone calls. He's outrageous. He's a young guy.
Big fan.
A big fan of yours. Big fan.
Really?
All right, but hey, who is it? But meanwhile, you do a great Jackie. That's all I can say.
Thank you.
Can you imagine the dismissive, like, some dude named Opie? Okay, it's just hindsight's 2020 now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, jeez.
Well, I said that I was going to go on and plug Opie's show on Howard's show,
And you did.
And yeah, I did that, and it cost me the stereo that I should have won because I was the best.
All right, I'll buy you one.
Did it really cost you the stereo thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was obviously going to win, but then
I had
that
it
little
wrapped
plugged
up.
in didn't...
I had it all wrapped up.
Hey, did you do you at all that day?
No, I don't think I did.
What's your name, Anthony?
I ended up on the E show also for that. Like, I was out in the hallway and the E video was going, and Dominic Barbara was out there, so I started doing a Dominic Barbara impression. For years. This is going back like 94. This is friggin'
Wow. He beat up Dominic Barbara pretty good with his impression.
I beat him up so bad.
And then years later...
I'm sitting in a courtroom getting a divorce, and my wife's attorney is Dominic Barbara, so it really kind of came back to haunt me.
Wow.
I'm up on the stand, and he's going,
you do an impression of me. Go ahead, do it.
All right, listen, we got to do line of the day and then get out of here for the long weekend, okay? We got what? Some runner-up lines of the day? Two runner-up lines of the day. Here's the first one.
Evan starts with an E. He could be the new E-Rock, perhaps. Sitting back there, running the show.
Can we play Grape Lady now? Now that
the chair could sigh.
And we're not even going to explain it. It was funny.
Poor E-Rock.
Yeah.
Chair.
Here's another runner-up line of the day. So, Jimmy, you got a question for him?
Just the hat. It was just a very hot day. Not that that's not a great hat in 1967, but I'm just wondering why you...
That hat looked like Sam's hair.
Very good.
That's a good one.
And finally, here is your line of the day. Here comes day. Line of the day.
I do absolutely nothing around here.
Oh, come on.
And the rock scream. Wow.
Whose rock scream was that? Roland? Yeah, Roland doing the rock scream. All right, we got to get out of here for the long weekend. Patrice, thank you.
Thank you.
Comics all weekend long here in New York City. Wherever it is, I don't know. Who cares?
It's on 14th Street and 9th Avenue, approximately 40 miles from the Stretch Factory, where I will be in New Brunswick.
That would be Jim Norton.
Tonight through Sunday. Have a great weekend, everybody, and welcome back, K-Rock.
Oh, and Basil Teas, Basil Teas, thank you so much for the food. It was excellent. You outdid yourself this time around. Especially the steak, amazing. 1171 Hooper Avenue and Tom's River, all right? Basil Teas, thank you.
Stay tuned right here in New York for some ass-kicking rock on K-Rock.
And no one's spinning the tunes.
Yeah.
Just music. We're the only live show for a while, so stay tuned to see who's going to be joining the new K-Rock here in New York City. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.